Welcome back, everybody, to Paranormal, the new normal. I'm your host, as always, Jeremy. Here trying to make the world seem a little more normal. Or has that ever happened? Fuck no. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try. What can I say? And I gotta say, we are here to do a special for the first time in 5-ish months. We're back to do a special. Unfortunately, Chancey chose one of the longest fucking movie lists I've ever seen for a bracket. He can't. The ASL's not even here tonight, so I fucking can't blame him for it because he's not here. But he made me watch 48 out of 50 movies, and it's been a long 5 months. But we're back, and we're gonna have fun with this because these are a lot of interesting movies. Some shitty, some great, some in between. But we'll get to all that in a bit. First and foremost, let me introduce my guests as always, because I gotta have panelists on these things. And my first guest, as always, is the one who's by my side, my co-host from the Asylum with Harley and Joker, Miss Harley Quinn herself.
What's up, everybody?
And next, and a regular face on these brackets, as rare as we get to do them, Mr. Judas Priest himself, Andrew Datouche.
Hey, everybody!
Who I believe just graduated Joe Briggs Academy, so applaud on that one.
I actually did. I have my diploma right here.
Congrats, man.
Nice.
Thank you. that was a very grueling test that I had to take.
I don't even know what the hell that is about, but okay. I know
had to
Joe Briggs.
explain the plot of Donnie Darko amongst many other things.
Oh God! As long as did they make you explain Exception?
No, we didn't get that one.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Actually, I want an explanation of that, so God damn it. But and next up, another regular in these things, though for the first time seeing his face, Mr. Don Anelli of the Horror Countdown podcast. One of my favorite people talked about these movies.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
And next, we have Chad from the Not Quite Cool podcast. He was around for the Alien movies bracket back 5 months ago, and he wanted to see what we did next. And I told him this list, and he was down for it. I was like, all right, cool. Works for me. I'm always glad to have him on. How you doing, Chad?
Doing good. How's everybody doing? Glad to be back.
And a late ad, but always welcome on our movie podcast, Mr. Felix from the Mod Squad Network. How you doing?
What up, G? Thanks for having me.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, we were supposed to have, 7, but this stuff happens, and we have a coin flip generator just in case we come to a tiebreaker. Though I don't know. Some of these are freaking hotly debated. Who knows? It might be freaking some questions in here, but I didn't even put these people in order yet. What the hell is wrong with me? I am losing my touch here. Not a cool thing. C. Actually, no.
Jeremy, it's easier to explain what isn't wrong with you than what is wrong with you.
Honey, I can kick you now and be happy with it. So, just saying. J K L G H I J K L. Okay, I always forget that. Oh, look at me bringing up the rear. Giggity. Oh, I like that position actually. So, the order you see on my screen is the order they're going to go, even though I didn't write this down yet, but I'll live without it, I guess. So not now. I want to list of who's on here just so I know for sharing purposes, but Don, Felix, Harley, me. Okay, cool. All right, so Mr. Judas Priest gets to start us out in the first matchup. And it is just so everybody knows, I did not make these rankings. These rankings of the top 50 serial killer movies of all time are from pastemagazine.com. I did not make these. So just to get that out of the way, so I'm not blaming for any of this fucking madness. But Mr. Judas Priest, is it going to be number 50, Pieces from 1982, or number 24, American Psycho from 2000?
All right, I'm probably already going to get shit right off the bat for this one, but Pieces is a 5-star movie.
You're not going to get shit, man. You're not going to get shit.
Oh,
No, it's in my Pieces. Spoiler alert: is in my top 15 of all time.
All right.
That messed me up as a kid, man.
It was that bastard
Yeah.
scene, wasn't it? Bastard!
Which means Pieces does get a vote. And there was somebody who was supposed to be on this tonight who had to leave who had not come for emergency reasons, and he loves Pieces as well. So I already got shit for like being like that's the lowest ranked movie. But you know, it is what it is. But
This one on the list.
which that brings it down. Which way do you want to go there, Chad?
I think that American Psycho is a little overrated, so I'm going with Pieces.
And Don?
Yeah, I'm not even a fan of American Psycho. I think it's crap, so pieces.
I mean, I honestly don't know what I. And Felix, which way do you want to go?
Yeah, I remember me and my brother going to the video store and renting Pieces, and then the next weekend we did it again. The next weekend we did it again. Yeah, like I said, it messed me up, but it was something about that movie just being parts of the woman together. I don't know. I got to go with Pieces, and I've never been a big fan of American Psycho. I thought it was just a bit much. I never did anything to me.
I mean, I'll be honest, I never even understood that it was a satire. So
It is?
It's
yeah, it's supposedly like a satire on like yuppieism and like 80s consumerism or something like some hypothetical BS like that. That people that claim that they're far more intelligent than they think they are have said that for years, and I've never understood it.
I mean, all right. Well, Harley, which way you want to go before I go into my whole thing here?
Okay, so I'm just completely opposite from y'all. I'm going with American Psycho. One of my favorite bands has a song called "The Shower Scene" that they take from American Psycho. So I'm going with that.
Well, I mean, when it came to Pieces, I honestly just thought it was kind of decent. I mean, I thought it was kind of boring at certain parts, but the kill scenes and the nude scenes are fucking amazing. So with any horror movie, that's kind of what I go by is the kill scenes and nude scenes because, you know, that's the fucking criteria for horror movies. But the storyline was okay, but it reminded me of any fucking 80s slasher in a way. So I mean, I wasn't in love with Pieces. I'm not gonna lie. American Psycho, I watched a while ago. I don't know if it was okay. I mean, it's a freaking amazing Christian Bale role. I think he did a great job in his role. The movie overall is pretty decent, I think. I mean, the idea of this normal business guy who goes around killing people is kind of like, I don't know. I kind of like it's a note with me. So, I mean, I'll throw another pity vote to American Psycho, even though Pieces is moving on, so it doesn't really matter. But I did like both the movies in some ways, but I don't know. 80s slashers are always just, they run in a line kind of, and I can't do anything about that. But that means, oh, and I didn't even do this shit. I'm an idiot, apparently, because that was the plan here. Because I spent all this time doing it, I wish I can bring it up. There we go. So the next matchup is going to be number 49, The Clove Hitch Killer from 2018. And it is going against number 49, which Chancey would have a field day if he heard that was the ranking for this one. But Frailty, I'm sorry, number 23, Frailty from 2001, not 49. And it's going to get started off by Chad.
So Frailty is in my daughter's top 5 movies of all time. And I really dig Frailty a lot. I like the twist in it. It's really good. I would definitely choose Frailty.
Oh, this is actually a tough matchup. I just realized what their movie really is. Shit. See, that's the problem with this many movies. Is it's been so long since I fucking watched them all that I don't remember what the hell each one of them is always. But Don, which one do you want to go with?
Yeah, Clovitch has its moments, but I'm going frailty on this one. Bill Paxton's fantastic. The setup is amazing, and yeah, there's some genuinely great moments in here. I enjoy Clovitch, but I'm going frailty pretty easily here.
And Felix.
Frailty.
And Harley.
Yeah.
See, Chancey told me I had to watch Frailty because, like he said, it's freaking amazing, and he's not wrong. It's incredible. The twist at the end is like a fucking M. Night Shyamalan ding dong type thing, and it's fucking incredible. But Clovitch Killer, though, I gotta say, I really dug that fucking movie. Like, it was phenomenal. Like, and who the hell is the actor in that? Freaking, there was an actor in that I freaking loved, and it was who the fuck? Oh,
Dermot Mulroney's the main guy, or Dylan McDermott.
Dylan McDermott. His role as like a father / murderer is freaking incredible. I love how he acted that out. So I mean, he's always good. I mean, I love an American Horror Story too. Like he's always fucking good.
Yeah.
So I got going with Dylan McDermott because I mean I got to go with Clovitch Killer. It's a freaking amazing movie, and Frailty already won. I knew it was going to because it is the freaking twist in that. I mean, as they say on Robot Chicken, what a twist! But yeah, I mean, I had to go with that. But Andrew, finish us out here. Which way would you have gone?
Honestly, I had them both ranked as 4 stars on my list. But I'm going with Frailty. I'm sticking with the group on this one.
Honestly, that's funny because that's okay. I actually had Frailty at 4.5, and I had Clovitch at 3.5. But still, I like the whole father-son element of Clovitch. It was different.
There were just so many movies that I had to like make like a list.
Oh, I know.
Like just a number of stars after each one.
Oh, trust me, I use Letterboxd for that reason, so I actually remember what I say about movies like 4 months later. So, because a lot of these movies I'll watch late at night and just not remember the next morning even. So
yeah, I'm old school pen and paper.
You and Chancey, I swear to God.
It's hard for me to multitask on screen.
I recently got into Letterboxd too, and that is pretty good. I like using that.
I love it. And plus now, like for another podcast, I had to pick what movie from a year I want to pick to bring against other movies from that year. And now I have a list of all the movies I watched that year, and I got to pick one. That's a fucking hard part. But
my pick was just to spite you.
I know it was. You fucking word I can't say on this podcast. But Don gets to start off the next matchup, and it's number 48 from 1986, The Hitcher, going against number 22 from 1960, Eyes Without a Face.
So I'm going to be the most controversial here. I'm going to say The Hitcher is not really all that great. It's just a Rutger Hauer performance and not much else. I'm going to go Eyes Without a Face here. I actually really like that one. I think the atmosphere is amazing. I love the setup with it. I really like gothic horror anyway, so that one was always going to appeal to me. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of The Hitcher. It's just a wood note film for me, but I know that's kind of controversial. But for now, yeah, I'm going to say Eyes Without a Face for this one.
One thing I will say, buddy, is with this group of people, you can't assume anything is going to go the way you think it's going to go. So, you know.
I'm expecting to be in the minority with this one, but we'll see.
Well, Felix, for you, is it The Hitcher or Eyes Without a Face?
It's got to be The Hitcher. That's another movie that I really, really just gave me the chills for some reason.
And Harley?
I'm going with Eyes Without a Face.
I vaguely remember that movie. I know I've seen it, but I vaguely remember it. It's another reason why I went with The Hitcher.
It's okay. I will say this. The Hitcher is a good suspense thriller movie. I don't consider it a serial killer movie by any fucking means. Yes, this guy may have killed a couple people, but he's not a serial killer. And yes, Rutger Hauer is always incredible. Fucking Salem's Lot, he's fucking incredible in all the movies he's in. But I have to go with Eyes Without a Face because It had so many classic horror elements, and it was just fucking creepy. And I mean, the fact that it's I'm trying to think. There's more modern movies that are basically like homages to this movie. I can't think of what the hell they are. I mean, I saw some movie. Oh, Hostel 2, kind of with like the Elizabeth Bathory type shit. Like, kind of is
Yeah.
similar to it. But I mean, I I love the idea of like we need to kill to make when there's a reason to kill, when there's a purpose for killing, it kind of makes the movie better. And this movie had it, and want his daughter to look beautiful again, just kind of like touch. I got a daughter. That guy, the lengths I would go to for my daughter are undefined. So I like Eyes Without a Face. It was a really touching movie, and the ending was satisfying though. The ending was satisfying. I will say that much. That's the main reason I want to vote for it because I like when these movies actually have good endings. A lot of these movies have horrible fucking endings where literally it's a cop
That's true.
busting in. A lot of these movies are just cops busting and shooting the fucking guy and he's dead. Like this movie actually has a satisfying ending, so that's rare. But Andrew, Eyes Without a Face for The Hitcher.
I got to go with The Hitcher. Just a childhood favorite of mine.
It came out 2 years before I was born, so I can't say it's a childhood favorite of mine, but can't say it quite. But Chad, is it going to be a tie-breaking coin flipping decision, or are you going for Eyes Without a Face?
I think we're going to have to flip a coin because I'm going with a Hitcher.
That's what's up.
Well, since Don was the first person to go for Eyes Without a Face, I'm going to let you call it. Is it tails or heads for Eyes Without a Face?
Heads.
We'll see what happens. Fuck, heads actually took it. Shit. And just so everybody knows, like I don't cheat on these things because either of these could move forward and I wouldn't really care because I honestly think the movies in the next matchup are going to beat it regardless. But we'll see. We will 100% see. But this one's going to get started off by Felix, and it might be the newest movie on this actual bracket. It's number 47 from 2021. The Boy Behind the Door, which I think is actually one of the first movies I watched for this bracket. And it's going against number 21, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer from 1986.
Gotta go with God, Merrill. I can't. Who's that actor right there? Merrill from Walking Dead. Michael Rooker. Michael Rooker. Have to go with Henry, man.
And Harley?
I'm going with Henry.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's down to me. And I did say in my review that Michael Rooker, I only gave it 3.5 stars for Portrait of a Serial Killer, but Michael Rooker did a great job. That's the one thing I'll give it.
For what he had
to
work with.
Yeah, but I mean, it could have been so much more entertaining than it was. I mean, a movie about a documentary about a guy, I'm so good on. So good on. Like, yeah, I've seen so many movies like that, and they're funny for comedy movies, but they're not good for horror movies, in my opinion. The Boy Behind the Door, literally, one of the first movies I watched for this bracket, had me on the edge of my seat the whole movie. Like, because, it's a fucking pedophile movie. So you're like sitting there rooting for the kids to get out of it unharmed. Like, that's what you want. And the whole movie leaves you on the edge of your seat because these kids keep getting fucking every snowball and curveball thrown at them they could imagine in this movie. So, and plus they had that one creepy actor who was in a lot of comedy movies in the early 2000s that looks like a pedophile. So that kind of got my attention too. But I actually fucking love that movie. It was such a good movie, and the ending was so satisfying. So satisfying. So, and I gotta give it to that one young boy. He had more balls at that age than I ever probably would have. So I gotta go with Boy Behind the Door. That movie literally had me. That movie had me crying at points, like literally tearing up, crying because it was like I was scared something was gonna happen. I didn't want it to happen. Like it was such a well done movie. My hat's off to whoever the fuck made that. But I'm not wearing a hat, but you get the point. But Andrew, Boy Behind the Door or Henry?
Was it on me?
Yeah, it's on you,
You
Andrew.
got your audio was glitching out on me for a second. I'm gonna go with Henry.
God damn it. And Chad?
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
go with
sorry.
Henry as well.
God damn it. It should not beat Boy Behind the Door, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, it's such a good movie.
This is just another. This is another occasion where both movies I had ranked exactly the same.
No, see, The Boy Behind the Door, I straight up gave 5 stars. I thought it was one of the most incredible movies I've seen in a long time. Oh, Felix bounced apparently, but there he is. I mean, Boy Behind the Door literally was one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Such a edge of your seat type thing. Like, I fucking loved it. I can't
Which
say it's
one won?
rewatchable. It's now Henry moved on already, but Felix, actually, it's you. Is it Henry or Boy Behind the Door?
Henry.
Who started that one?
Yeah, I started this one.
I thought Harley started that one.
No,
Oh no, I'm
Felix
wrong.
did.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Don. Which way would you have gone?
I didn't get to see Boy Behind the Door, but I fucking hate Henry. So,
It's Henry's not a bad movie, but I don't want to see this. I mean, yeah, it's Michael Rooker, but I don't want to see this homely ass dude like fucking raping women. I'm good. I'm
not really a fan of like the documentarian style. I kind of find it just boring and dull. And he's not really that captivating to warrant this kind of a thing.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, he's basic. I didn't find him that captivating. Sorry. I'm not really a fan of it. So
all right. I actually realized
I'm not really.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say this. Henry's not the movie I thought it was for a second. I remember what Henry was now. Yeah, I just had to read the description. I'm like, it is the movie I thought it was.
You were thinking of Man Bites Dog, I bet.
I think that's what I was thinking of. But that's 100% what I was thinking of. But Henry was, yeah, I mean, I still would have voted the same way because Henry was a good movie, but it was just kind of weird in ways. I don't know. It was decent, but I mean, yeah. The Boy Behind the Door, if you have not had a chance to watch it yet, especially if you have kids, watch that shit. It'll make you fear and hate this world more than you ever did. It's dark. It's a dark fucking movie, and the gender of the villain was actually surprising to me because they don't show who the real villain is for a while in that movie, and it actually surprised me when I finally saw them. Like it was like, oh, that makes it even more enticing. So
it was one of the few I didn't get to, and I feel kind of bad about it. But it's just one of those where I almost have no stakes in the matter, and it's losing anyway. So I mean, it doesn't matter what I vote for because I didn't see one, and I can't stand the one that's going through. So I mean, everybody else has already voted against me. So yeah, I unfortunately have no stakes in the race. But I mean, it's nothing I can do about it.
I mean, yeah, I know. It's Boy Behind the Door was fucking just such a good movie. I honestly think it almost should win this. I mean, definitely go against some of the more popular ones. But the next matchup is going to get started off by Harley, and it's a 90s matchup. It's number 46 from 1999, Summer of Sam, a Spike Lee joint, going against number 20 from 1996, Scream.
I'm gonna have to pick Scream.
Yeah, my dear, I'm gonna have
Anybody
to
who knows me knows that I'm absolutely in love with Ghostface and Matthew Lillard, and
trust me, I am well aware of these, but I'm well aware. But I mean, I have disagree. I Scream was okay. I actually watched for the first time for this bracket. I was too young when it came out to really appreciate it. But I mean, yeah, Matthew Lillard's amazing in it. So are a lot of the other actors and actresses. But Ghostface kind of got ruined for me by Scary Movie. The whole Scary Movie series. It kind of like Ghostface was made a joke by those movies, so it kind of like ruined Ghostface for me. I don't respect them as much as I respect like Jason and Freddy and all those. But I got to go with Summer of Sam because I love Spike Lee movies, and Summer of Sam was interesting. It was a different take on the Son of Sam. I mean, I gave Scream 4 stars. I gave Son of Sam 4.5 stars, basically, because it was just really good. Adrian Brody and John Leguizamo were fucking incredible in it, and the soundtrack, as always, because Spike Lee, soundtrack was so good. And I gotta go with Summer of Sam. Like I loved Adrian Brody's role in that movie. I really did. So I gotta go with Summer of Sam. But what way do you want to go, Andrew?
Scream was one of those movies where I wasn't really a fan of it when it came out, and even then there were sequels that I liked even less. But over the last couple of years, with the new Scream series, I went back and revisited and really gained a whole new appreciation for it. Was not really a fan of Summer of Sam, so I have to go with Scream.
See, I love Summer of Sam because typical Italians are always gonna like sit there trying to figure out a way to solve a problem that they shouldn't be solving. Like it's not their job to figure out who the hell the serial killer is, but that's the way it goes. But
I'll say, like,
Chad, how about you?
I love the last 3 Scream movies, but anything before that, not really.
Yeah, as far as Scream goes, this original, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm a huge fan of Scream. I don't necessarily think of it as a serial killer movie, although it is, obviously. It's more slasher horror, but I'm definitely voting for Scream in this case. Definitely.
I know. I had a feeling this was going to be the way it goes, but which brings it down to Don. Which way do you want to go?
Yeah, he actually just mentioned it. Summer of Sam fits the criteria more, but I like Scream better, so I'm going to Scream.
And Spike Lee gets voted out. Honestly, it kind of surprised me to see a Spike Lee film in this bracket at all. It really did, but I was very impressed by it. And the sex scenes in that movie. Oh my god, I fucking love Spike Lee for that reason too. Like, it's horror. I can't judge horror without judging the sex scenes because it's fucking horror. But which way do you want to go there, Felix?
So you put Summer of Sam up first, and I'm like, boom, I'm going with that one. Then you had to put it against Scream.
I did not make these rankings. That's just the way they fell.
I know.
You
But
just
then you pulled
met
up the
Matthew
Scream.
Lillard and Skeet here like last week in person.
2 weeks ago, I just met Matthew Lillard and Skeet. Matthew Lillard's freaking tall. He's taller than what you would think. I met them both, shook their hand, gave them hugs. I mean, my son's first words, I shit you not, were, "I'm going to gut you like a fish." They didn't say it perfectly, but it was, "I'm going to gut," because that's how much we used to watch Scream back in the day. If you know anything about me, I love spoilers. I love knowing about movies before I see them. I haven't seen Deadpool yet, but I know everything about it right now. Deadpool 3. That's how much I love spoilers. This movie, I went into it, though, not knowing anything about it. And when Drew Barrymore died, that shocked the F out of me, man. I have to go with Scream. Can't stop gushing enough about it.
Which means Son of Sam gets 1 vote for it. Damn it. I see. I'm always the outlier in these things, so it's the way it goes. But the next matchup is going to get started off by me, and it's number 45 from 2017, Creep 2, and it's going against number 19 from 2010, I Saw the Devil. And I don't know. I mean, I mm, I really don't know how I feel about this, but uh, I mean, Creep. Actually, I know. I remember Creep 2 now. Yeah, Creep 2 was. I mean, the Creep movies in general are freaking strange. I mean, yeah, they're documentaries kind of, and the Mark Duplass does an amazing job in both those movies. I gave Creep 2 4 stars. I think it was better than the first one, but my biggest question for Creep 2 is why do I need to see his dick? Like, why couldn't they show the girl naked? Why did they show him naked? Like, Jesus Christ. But the storyline was better than the first, so I kind of give it a little props on that. But I Saw the Devil. Trying to think what. Oh, is that the one that's in 100% Japanese? I'm pretty
Korean.
sure.
Korean.
Okay, well, I put my I gave it 3.5 stars and I called it an interesting Japanese revenge film. But either way, had some brutal fucking violence and the ending was fucking incredible. So I gotta go Creep 2 just because I did rank it higher and it was a little better. But I Saw the Devil was a really good movie. Actually, no. Fuck that. Okay, I'm confusing. I Saw Devil with another movie that's on this. There's multiple subtitle movies in this, but I Saw the Devil. That ending. I mean, I'm not gonna ruin for everybody else here who hasn't seen it, but that ending with the fucking rope on the door when his
Yep.
family's trying to come in, like, I was really sitting there like, no, they don't, and they fucking did. Like, oh my god, the ending of that movie was everything. Like, and plus, the title, I Saw the Devil. I love that. But Andrew, which way you want to go?
I gotta go Creep 2.
That wolf mask creeps me the fuck out. I don't know
I
why.
just had a really hard time with I Saw the Devil.
Well, which way do you want to go, Chad?
I Saw the Devil. I thought it was awesome, and I didn't know where it was going a lot of the time. It definitely was not what I expected, and I love these like Korean revenge films. I think they're so inventive, and it's just awesome how they get revenge on people. So, big fan of I Saw the Devil. I'm going with that.
And which way do you want to go, Don?
I can't stand either of the Creep movies. I Saw the Devil is like my favorite film on the bracket, so this one's a no-brainer.
I mean, the Creep movies are different. They're definitely different. I mean, they're Netflix. What do you expect? But Felix, which way you want to go?
Definitely have to go with I Saw the Devil on this one, man.
Which means I Saw the Devil moves on. But Harley, which way would you have gone?
The Devil.
You're gonna go with I Saw the Devil too?
Yep.
Well, I think I was the only Creep fan here. This is like that Jon Snow for the watch scene all over again.
Oh, and this next matchup is going to piss me off in no other way. I'm telling you right now. But next matchup is going to get started. Thankfully, I'm going last, so I don't give a fuck. But it's going to get started off by Andrew. Well, I do give a fuck, but it's going to get started off by Andrew. It's one of my childhood favorites from 1994, ranked at 44. Serial Mom.
Oh yeah.
And it's going
I just
against
saw that here recently.
I just told my wife to watch it too the other day. I didn't get her full read off on it, but it's going against number 18 from 2003, Memories of Murder.
What one was that one?
Memories of Murder. Memories of Murder is the one I was thinking of a minute ago. That's a Japanese one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Serial Mom.
Which way do you want to go, Andrew? Sorry.
Serial Mom.
Yeah. And Chad?
It's just a tough one to beat,
Mm-hmm. I
Serial
do.
Mom. Serial Mom is one that I just watched preparing for this, like a few weeks ago. It was too campy for me. Like I really like the courtroom scenes. I was a fan of that stuff, but leading up to it, it was just too much. Memories of Murder is a good movie. I mean, I dig that. I like the ending of that one too. So my vote's for Memories of Murder.
And Don?
Yeah, tough. Serial Mom's kind of an acquired taste. I'm not a huge fan of late era John Waters. I think he's kind of just writing on the past. Like his earlier films from like the 60s and 70s. But Memories of Murder is fine. It's just a little too long for me. I'm not a huge fan of like the 2 hour and 20-minute runtime, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It is a long freaking movie. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
I'm right. I'm gonna be.
I think I'll just go with Serial Mom just because of the group.
Sorry, had to have the kids lock up the chickens because I'm doing this. But which way do you want to go there, Felix?
Memories of Murder. Serial
Ooh.
Mom. I don't know who said, but it was a little campy for me. It was.
And Harley?
I'm going Serial Mom.
Which means I can either force a tiebreaker here or give Serial Mom the win. And I mean, as far as Memories of Murder goes, I give it 3.5 stars. I mean, to me, it's more of a police movie. It's more of a movie about how police handle serial killer crimes. And it's also a good look into police brutality and corruption. Like, that's what really, like, they make the retarded kid take the rap. They make the freaking usual criminal take the rap after the other kid gets hit by a train. Like, it's just basically a movie showing that police don't know what the hell they're doing and that they're just trying to put it on somebody so they can stop trying to look into it. That's all I got out of this movie. I mean, it's definitely worth watching once. It's a really good movie. I mean, a lot of subtitles. Was that subtitles or did I actually find that dubbed? I don't remember. I think I found it dubbed. But
I found it subtitled on Tubi.
okay, that's where I watched it too. I'm guessing because I don't think I paid for it. Yeah, it had to be on Tubi. If it's free, I watch it free. But Serial Mom, I actually haven't watched Serial Mom since I was a kid. But I mean, Kathleen Turner's amazing in it. Matthew Lillard as the freaking kid's incredible in it. I mean, I didn't even realize that's who it was when I was a kid watching it. Like I didn't know who the hell Matthew Lillard was. He was just amazing in it. And Sam Waterston as the husband is freaking. I mean, it's just funny. Like they tell the mom that somebody did something wrong to them, and she freaking walks out the house and goes and kills them. And the way she killed people was so freaking hilarious. Like I freaking love Serial Mom. I don't care if it's campy. Like I love campy shit. So I 100% am gonna make sure Serial Mom moves on to Memories of Murder. Because don't get me wrong, Memories of Murder, pretty damn good movie, but yeah, not as good as Serial Mom. I mean, I like comedy more than I like serious shit. So Serial Mom, I've been repping it on podcasts for 3 years. I ain't gonna stop now, which means it does move on. But Chad gets to start off the first playing of the night. See which one of these two is going in round one. And I apparently have this order right. But it's going to be number 42 ranked from 2007, Death Proof, going against number 17 ranked from 1988, The Vanishing. And which way you want to go, Chad?
Well,
yeah,
I'm a big fan of Quentin Tarantino, but I do feel like Death Proof is maybe on the lower end of his films. The Vanishing is just creepy as all get out. Like,
right?
I think I'm gonna go with The Vanishing. Yeah, it's really a well done movie, but it's anxiety inducing. It's very creepy.
it's creepy as fucking shit. But which way you want to go, Don?
I'm going Vanishing. Death Proof never really hits the mark of a serial killer film for me. It's more of like a action throwback kind of a grindhouse movie. To me, I don't really see much of a being on the bracket, so I'm going with The Vanishing.
And The Vanishing gets another vote. But which way do you want to go, Felix?
Yeah, this is another one where you put up the first one. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna pick that. And then you put up the second one. I'm like, oh, I have to go with the Vanishing on this one.
And Harley?
The Vanishing.
Yeah. I mean, the subtitles were a lot to put up with in The Vanishing. I'm not gonna lie. And the first hour of the movie is boring as all hell and horrible, in my opinion. But once you actually meet the villain, which I forget who plays him, but was it? But they're all not actors I would know anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They're all French actors, but the villain is creepy as all shit. That's my review straight was like the villain is creepy as all shit, and he's acts perfectly. I gave it 3.5 stars. I haven't seen Death Proof since it came out, since Quentin Tarantino put out in like 2007. I remember I got on the original Netflix DVDs Death Proof and the other half of that with the girl with the gun as a leg. Yeah, Planet Terror. Yeah, I got those two on a two disc DVD from Netflix back in the day, and I watched them and I freaking loved them. But I mean, I gave it 4 stars. I couldn't watch it again because I couldn't find a place to actually watch it. But otherwise, I would have. But Vanishing was. I gotta give one Death Proof because that was a damn good movie. What's his name? The guy from freaking Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Kurt Russell. Yeah, Kurt Russell is freaking incredible in that movie. So I'll give one to Death Proof, even though Vanishing's already moving on into round 1. But which way would you have gone, Andrew?
You know, I actually hadn't seen The Vanishing. That was just one that I couldn't get to. But hearing everybody's glowing reviews on it, I'm going to go with that because I'm not even really a big Death Proof guy anyway.
All right. And I got yeah. If you had a chance to watch it, it's available. I forget where exactly. I think it's one of the ones I actually had to pay for to rent it, but it's on Amazon and it was actually decent once you get past the first hour. The first hour is kind of boring as shit, but once you meet the villain, everything changes. The guy's just creepy as oh my god! Like the actor who played the villain in that, if it was in the 80s, like they should have had him play the Joker at some point. Like he would have done such a good job. Like he is so creepy. But
if they would have done it if they would have done it in either France or Germany or Denmark or wherever the hell the film's from. I know it's European, but I don't remember what country offhand.
It's France. It's France. It was all French.
Okay, yeah, it sounded like it was French or Dutch or something. So
it was French. It was 100% French. But
okay.
it was a couple. It was a couple on vacation in France. But and like I mean, the whole setup in the first hour of the movie is horrible. Like I'm not gonna lie, the whole setup in the first hour is horrible. Everything after that was incredible. I almost wanted to turn off the movie. I'm happy I didn't. But that means The Vanishing is going into round 1, and it's going to face number 43 ranked from 1987, Black Widow. And this one goes to Don first.
Yeah, Vanishing. Black Widow's fine. I don't hate it necessarily, but yeah, this is Vanishing by a mile.
And which way do you want to go, Felix?
I have to go with The Vanishing. I vaguely remember Black Widow. I did watch it back in the day. Grew up with sisters, so I remember watching it, but I have to go with The Vanishing. It was just I remember The Vanishing more, and it was just better from what I remember.
And Harley?
I'm going with Black Widow.
I mean, I always say what I had to say in The Vanishing, but Black Widow was, I mean, I reviewed it as decent with a good storyline and great acting. but to me, it's a one watch and done type of thing. Like I never could watch it again and be entertained really, because you know what's going to happen. Deborah Winger was really good in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I always like the idea of like Black Widows. Like they always fascinated me, like in serial killer history and stuff. Like Black Widows, the one that repeat, are like interesting. But screw it, I'll keep it interesting. You know what? I'm gonna throw in a Black Widow because Deborah Winger. It's 80s Deborah Wingers.
Is this the one that had the tagline "She mates and she kills," or was that another movie?
Sounds familiar. I don't know taglines well. It sounds familiar.
I am not 100% sure on that.
I feel like that Along Came a Spider.
Maybe, but
maybe that's where I saw it from.
I find
it is this one. It's right there in the very bottom. You could barely read it under Widow.
Oh, you're right. I see it. But
I can't believe I remembered that.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, same here.
So which way are you going, Felix? Or you already said?
The Vanishing still, yeah.
Okay. Which means, and actually, it's funny because the first review on Letterboxd for Black Widow, it straight up says in the first line of that review should have been gayer. I was like, I literally was like going to my review, and I looked at the first review on the freaking screen. It's like should have been gayer. I'm like, what? I love the internet. I really do sometimes. But Andrew, is it going to be a tie-breaking coin flip, or are you going to go with The Vanishing?
I'm actually going to go with The Vanishing. I really wasn't big on Black Widow, and everybody's reviews of The Vanishing alone, that ranks.
I mean, it's decent. Black Widow's decent. It's not great. It's an 80s movie. I mean, it's a 80s mystery movie. I mean, it's the 80s. What are you gonna do? But
hey, I love my 80s movies. This just wasn't
one
of those ones I loved.
Oh, trust me, I love my 80s movies, but I mean, the next matchup is gonna get started off by Don. Wait a minute, no. Yeah, Don. And it's gonna be number 41 ranked from 1974. Deranged. Correct Confessions of a Necrophile. Going against number 16 ranked from 1987. Opera.
This is a tough one.
Oh yeah.
Deranged I really like. I think the atmosphere is amazing. I really love the detail into his life. Guy's creepy as hell. I really enjoy that. Opera's probably like the least of Argento's masterpieces. If you cut off the last 20 minutes, it would rank a little bit higher. This is tough. I'm probably going to have to slip Deranged through just by a hair. This is a tough one, but yeah, I'm going Deranged just by a hair. If Opera didn't have that final 20 minutes, this would be a different conversation, but I'm going Deranged.
And which way do you want to go, Felix?
I have to go with Opera. Just I don't know. I liked it a little bit better, more. I vaguely Deranged is another one where I vaguely remember. I know I saw it, but I remember Opera, so I have to go with that one.
And Harley?
I'm going with Deranged.
What do you call me? But I mean, okay. Both the Opera, I gave 3 stars. I literally wrote for it. Yet another Giallo film. Sorry, Don. Not horrible, but horrible storyline. Some decent gore and kill scenes, though. That's the only thing that was saving an Opera for me was the kill scenes. It wasn't that great. Deranged, on the other hand, yeah, I mean, it wasn't amazing to me either. I only gave it 3 stars too. I thought it was kind of boring. I mean, the storyline was decent, but to me, it was almost wannabe Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's the story that inspired it. That's
I
a more
believe first.
Yeah, it's a retelling of the story. It's a lot more faithful adaptation of it.
I mean, to me, it almost seems like this movie might have been the idea where the Stephen King got the idea for Carrie. Like from the mother and Carrie, honestly, the mother in this movie could have
Wasn't the
been his
book
idea
already
for it.
published by then?
No, oh, 74? It's close. It's freaking close because that's right around the
Yeah.
time Carrie came out.
That's what I was gonna say.
So
I know the book. I thought the book came out like 3 or 4 years before the movie did.
maybe the writer of that movie was copying off Stephen King. Who the fuck knows? But the mothers were very similar. But Deranged was interesting. It was creepy as shit. So I mean, creepy wins my vote in these type of movies. So I'm gonna go with Deranged as well. But which way do you want to go, Andrew?
This is a tough one because I am an Argento guy, but somebody had said it before, and I do agree that opera isn't exactly Argento at his best. But I do love it so much. I'm gonna go Deranged.
Which means Deranged moves into the second round. But which way do you want to go, Chad?
I would went with opera, not because I think it's like amazing. I'm just not a fan of Deranged.
I mean, neither of these movies were exactly my cup of tea 100%, but I dove into both worlds, and Deranged was a little more enjoyable. It's so many other horror icons thrown into one. It's fucking Norman Bates. It's fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre in a way. Like, it's just fucking creepy. It's the other movie we just
Movie
talked
that
about.
inspired Texas Chainsaw.
I mean, it did.
No,
And
it's a more faithful retelling of the Ed Gein story than what Texas Chainsaw is.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not exactly inspired. It's just a more faithful retelling of it. Because
but
yeah, Texas Chainsaw takes a few ideas from it, but it's not a faithful retelling.
I mean, but Psycho came up before it, so I mean, maybe it took hints from Psycho as well, though.
True. Yeah. Psycho, Peeping Tom.
I mean, that's coming up in this too. But
Yeah.
Norman Bates, that's definitely had Norman Bates vibes in that movie. Like, that's all I was feeling the whole time was Norman Bates vibes. Especially trying to feed your dead mother in bed, like that's total Norman Bates vibes. But well, the range is moving on, folks. But finish that one out. Yeah, I know. Harley gets to start this one off. And it's going to be I've been waiting for this one. It's number 40. I Am Not a Serial Killer from 2016. Or number 15 from 1978. Yeah, say more.
I'm thinking Halloween.
But Harley, go ahead before I have my turn, please.
You said I was picking Halloween.
Oh, I thought you were reading the freaking screen. But all right, you ready for this? There was somebody that was supposed to be on the show way back in March that I would have loved to have on it because I would have torn her apart right now and probably made her cry in this process. I watched Halloween again for this. Actually, that was the first movie I watched for this bracket. I watched Halloween again for the first time in probably 10, 15 years. And yeah, it's still a piece of shit number it was. And here's 3 reasons that the Rob Zombie version is better.
You said that?
Here's 3 of like 25 reasons the Rob Zombie version is better. But one. When you come home to your son holding a bloody knife, you just stand there with your hands in your pocket like, what the fuck? Instead of fucking like slapping that kid across the face and knocking him out so the cops could take him. Like, what the fuck? Worst opening to a movie ever. The Rob Zombie opening to that part was so much better. And like, my question in this movie is, does Michael Myers have a fucking oxygen tank for how loud he breathes? Like, Jesus Christ. But, oh my God, like, how loud he breathes, like, anybody would know he's there. Like, he's an asthmatic. You can hear him a fucking mile away.
Anyone with a mask sounds like that, though, no?
It's probably just it's being locked up in the asylum. He had no cardio exercise.
I mean, he
They were allowed in
Hello.
see, Rob Zombie showed them being allowed out in the yard. So yeah. And my third reason, one of Laurie's friends in the movie Toy looks like she's getting a fucking orgasm off being choked. So, I mean, that was just kind of interesting to me. But I had to point it out. But, so yeah, I literally gave the original Halloween 2 stars because I really think it's all it deserves. I was thoroughly fucking impressed by I'm Not a Serial Killer. I never heard of this movie. And Christopher Lloyd as an alien, a demon, whatever the fuck he is in that movie, is phenomenal. The main character in that movie is phenomenal. What the fuck's his name? Max Records. Never heard of him, but he was fucking amazing in that movie. Like that movie was fucking incredible. I'm giving it to I'm Not a Serial Killer. I think it's such a more enjoyable movie to watch. The original Halloween to me is just fucking straight fucking trash. Throw it in the fucking can before it starts to stink. And yeah, that's my hot take for this fucking episode. I might have to make a fucking clip on TikTok out of this. Just saying. But Andrew, what do you think? I probably made enemies in this. I know, but I had to say it all.
All right. I mean, I'm Not a Serial Killer. Great movie. Better than I expected. But for numero uno, I have to side with Halloween. I do think it's a better movie, and
Motherfucker,
it spawned an amazing franchise. Numero
I
two,
completely agree.
Rob Zombie. Have you gone fucking mad?
Preach.
All right. Like I get it. You know, you want to explain, the little kid killing his sister and becoming the Michael Myers we all know and love, and like, all right,
killing small animals, like it's a step up process.
Right. Yeah, I get that, and that makes sense. That he would become this, big, just white trash trailer. Just I get it. But we see that all the time. If you really think about the original Halloween, it actually makes way more sense. All right. What year does he kill his sister? Does anybody remember offhand?
62?
78,
1973.
71, 73.
1963 is when he kills his sister Judith. What was going on in the world in October of 1963? See, this is the part they don't really mention in the movie. You just have to know what was going on.
Bay of Pigs, I think. I don't know.
Kennedy
that might have been
Suicide. John F.
Kennedy.
Yes, not what I was going for. All right, October 1963 was the release of Andy Williams' It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. Christmas music starting in October. Ridiculous. Sorry, I get a little hyped up about this.
I could tell.
Where's my Tylenol? But yes, Halloween.
Jesus. Well, folks.
Could you imagine how many times he heard that song #1 on the radio? His sister was probably listening to it on Halloween night, and that's why he went and killed her.
I'd rather hear that 1,000 times than hear Mariah Carey fucking song on Christmas.
Exactly. This year, probably we'll get the next Michael Myers. You're going to read about
I
some
can't stand the Mariah Carey song.
getting rid of his sister because of Mariah Carey, and she'll be to blame.
But Chad, which way you want to go?
I feel like we've taken too long on this. There's no reason for this long of a discussion. Halloween, we gotta say Halloween through this round at least. Come on, guys.
I blame Jeremy. I'm sorry.
Blame me all you fucking want. I had my point on that, and I had my point on that. And I had to fucking say it. But Don, which way you want to go?
Halloween, even though I don't really think Halloween belongs on this. I think it's more of a stalker film than a slasher or a serial killer.
It's a slasher film more than a fucking serial killer. I'll tell you that much. But
he is a serial killer. I think in part 2 they even say he's a serial killer in the news. No.
Well, they've retconned Halloween 2 is not a thing anymore, so that doesn't count.
That's true.
Yeah.
But Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, though.
Oh yeah, that's the.
What
about that? What do you think about that?
The white horse bullshit.
I actually think I actually don't think I've seen this. I don't think I've seen the second Rob Zombie one yet. But
Don't.
wait,
If
wait, no.
If you
No,
haven't
no,
seen it,
the
that'll
second,
probably change your opinion on it.
no. The second one's where they're out in the yard, right?
There's a horse.
That's the remake.
Yeah.
The one where
Yeah,
they're out in
the
the yard
se-
is
the-
the
terrible.
remake.
The
Yeah,
second one is the worst Halloween movie out of all.
The
of
second
them.
Rob, no. The second Rob Zombie one is where they're out in the yard and like his sister comes to visit him, and like
Is
he
it?
starts making noise, and all the other prisoners start making noise.
That's in the
The
remake.
prisoners making
That's
noise
19.
in the
That's
remake,
the 2018
or
one.
not remake.
That's
yeah,
the 2018 remake.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That's
I'm
not even
saying,
Rob
isn't it?
Zombie one. No, it's the 2018 remake.
Oh, okay. I thought I wasn't bothered.
Yeah,
but,
you're not even
okay, I
thinking
don't
of the
think-
right movie. It's the 2018 remake.
Well, no. I've seen. Yeah, that's the one I've seen. I haven't seen the second one. I thought I didn't, but I just want to make sure that scene was in it. But which way do you want to go, Felix? Finish this out.
I'll try to be
God's sake.
quick. Halloween started it off for me. I remember my mom putting the VHS in the tape and said, "Check this out." Like I said earlier, my son's first words were, "I'm gonna get you like a fish." Horror movies were huge, and this is the one that started it for me. I passed it on to my kids, and this always takes me back to my mom and me sitting there watching this movie. My son, he used to watch this movie on VHS, same one that used to say that he would watch it on VHS. Then he hit rewind, and you know how like it would do everything rewind and all the lines and everything. He would watch the whole movie and rewind, and then he would watch it again. And then he loved this movie too. I got to go with Halloween. It just means a lot more than just a movie to us here in this household. So,
All right.
Amen.
Which means I get to start the next matchup because Halloween will move on to face the ranged. But I gotta go in this one because it's number 39 from 2012, Maniac, going against number 14 ranked from 1944. Not the oldest one in this bracket, but still old. Arsenic and Old Lace. And since I couldn't watch Arsenic and Old Lace because I couldn't find the 1944 version available anywhere, like it's not even available for purchase on Amazon. Like it's just not available anywhere. I gotta go with Maniac because Elijah Wood is fucking so creepy in that movie. Frodo is a fucking Gollum in that movie. Like, oh my god. Like, I gotta go with fucking Maniac. I fucking love that movie. It's incredible. But which way are you thinking, Andrew?
I actually encountered the same problem. I couldn't find Arsenic and an Old Lace. And honestly, I was about to even just rank Maniac as a 2-star and call it a day. But then I realized it was the remake, which I hadn't seen before. And holy shit, what a surprise. 4 stars going with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Arsenic and Old Lace, like, you could find the remakes everywhere, but you can't find the fucking original anywhere. Like there's remakes. There's like a shitload of remakes to that movie. Like I found so many of them, but there are a lot of them. But which way do you want to go there, Chad?
I did watch Arsenic and Old Lace, but I watched it like maybe 20 years ago. I remember thinking it was fine. But that being said, I'm not really a fan of the Maniac remake. So I'll go with Arsenic and Old Lace.
All right. And which way you want to go, Don?
Yeah, I'm just like him. I've seen Arsenic and Old Lace a while ago. It's okay for what it is, but I don't remember it that well because I couldn't find it either. And yeah, Maniac's all right. I don't think it's great or anything, but recency bias and more familiarity, I'm going with the remake. I'm going with the Maniac remake.
Elijah Wood's creepy. I mean, I fucking love him in that movie.
Yeah, he was
That's
fantastic.
debatable. Debatable.
But Felix, which way you want to go?
I honestly never seen Arsenic, so I have to go with Maniac.
All right. And how about you, Harley?
I'm going with arsenic and old lace.
Which means Maniac does take it. 4-2. And why is my laptop not charging? That's a oh, that's why. Okay. Jesus Christ. But the final matchup in this side of round one, I know that's a long one. Oh, that's what she said. But it's gonna get started off by Andrew. We're back at the top. And it's number 38 from 1980, Cruising, versus number 13 ranked from 2006, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
I absolutely loved Cruising. I actually hadn't seen it before, hadn't even heard of it. So I was very pleasantly surprised by that movie. But The Rise of Leslie Vernon is The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I absolutely fucking love that movie. I gotta go with Behind the Mask.
And Chad?
Yeah, with Cruising, it's hard to go wrong with Pacino, especially older, but back in the day, Pacino. But like he said, Behind the Mask is awesome. It is so clever, so well made. I'm actually disappointed there's not like a sequel to this, but
Or remake at this point.
Yeah, Behind the Mask all the way.
Hell yeah.
And Don.
Yeah, Behind the Mask. Again, not that I don't dislike Cruising, but Behind the Mask for me.
And Felix.
Behind the Mask, just because I've never even heard of the other one. And this one was really good, actually. I really liked it.
Ear did I to this bracket. But which way you want to go, Harley?
Behind the Mask.
See, Cruising was a decent movie to me. I mean, it was a strange movie to actually see Al Pacino in. Like, I didn't think he'd ever play that kind of movie, but it's a great detective movie. I mean, Al Pacino playing a role playing a fake gay man to go to like S&M and leather bars. Like, it was a weird fucking movie, but I actually enjoyed the shit out of it, and it was actually decent. But Behind the Mask, I mean, oof, I paid to see this movie because I've heard about this movie and I wanted to watch it. Like, otherwise I wouldn't even waste my time. But I heard about this movie, I was like, all right. And the fact that in this world, Jason, Michael, and Freddy are all real, and that Robert Englund and the woman from Poltergeist are in it, like so many cameos, so many great kill scenes, and the twist at the end was fucking incredible. Like, this will be our first sweep of the night. I gotta go Behind the Mask. It could be our first sweep. I'm totally down with that.
Hell yeah.
But the next matchup on the other side of round one gets to get started off by Chad. And it's number 37 ranked. X from... Okay, that's the wrong fucking picture, I think. But X from 2022, a Netflix movie. Wrong picture. Versus number 12, The Honeymoon Killers from 1969.
Was the X the Ty West X? Just so that I'm clear.
The X was the one with Christina Ricci in it.
Okay, I watched the wrong movie.
Yeah, same here. I watched the Ty West one.
I mean, it said 2022. I mean, I don't.
That's when the Ty West one came out.
Yep.
Maybe he was in it. It's not. Oh, there it is. I'll say it wasn't coming. Oh, it is. It's directed by Ty West.
Okay.
Oh,
that was the wrong poster then, because.
Oh no! I said it's the wrong poster.
Oh, okay.
I was doing this. I was doing that part fast while you guys were all on screen already. I was trying to get it done fast. I didn't even think about
Crisis averted.
But,
it's with Jenna Ortega, right?
Stop the podcast.
Yeah. I said Christina Ricci. I meant Jenna Ortega. Fucking Wednesdays run together. But
I was gonna say that threw me off more than anything.
After all that, I'm going with X.
After all that.
And Don?
Yeah, X for me. I actually don't mind Honeymoon Killers. I thought it's kind of fun. Kind of quaint for what it is, but yeah, X for me.
And Felix?
X all the way. Started the Maxine trilogy. Still haven't seen Maxine yet, but I thought
Oh,
Pearl
it was
okay.
awesome.
But
Yeah.
is it? I want to see it so bad.
X is my favorite of the trilogy.
X is the only
I
good
really
one in
like
the
the
trilogy.
Mm-mm.
I
And
thought
Harley?
each movie in the trilogy got better.
Mm,
I'm giving it to X.
XX baby. And X does move on. And I mean, X, I fucking loved. I mean, I literally said in my review, like, my two favorite genres together, porno and horror. Like, awesome seeing Jenna Ortega in something besides Wednesday, because I really haven't seen her outside of Wednesday. And I love the fucking alligator adding. I love natural horror. That's totally my choice. If I get the wheel for my choice in the wheel for the next bracket is natural horror. I love anything with animals, like killing people. So adding of alligators into it was fucking incredible. Storyline was good. I just wish there was a little more backstory on like the old couple, like before they die, of what got them started on this like what really got them started on this path.
Well, there's
Watch
a whole
Pearl.
movie about it.
Yeah, watch Pearl.
I didn't know that I didn't know until you guys started saying shit that there was actually like more movies to this than just X. I thought it was like a standalone horror movie. But
Yeah, Pearl's the prequel that talks, and it's the that actress, and then she's in Maxine as her other self from that.
oh,
It's a little confusing.
all right.
But
I'll have to go look into it. But the Honeymoon Killers, it was a decent movie about robbing, killing older ladies. But that's basically all it was. Like, I mean, Tom Hanks did better in that movie with one of the Wayans brothers. I forget what the fuck it's called. But the Lady Killers, yeah, that they did a better version of that with that. So I am totally gonna give it to X because X was amazing. It was actually one of the first movies I watched for this as well. And when Jenna Ortega just wants to, have a scene in the porno so bad, it's such a good scene. But
I wanted her to have that scene.
oh, dude, that whole movie. If I was still a single man living by myself, it would be lock the door and don't open it for like 24 hours. I'm watching this movie on repeat. But
Cinema night with the special sock.
Exactly. Well, fuck a sock. Fuck a sock. But Andrew, which way would you have gone?
literally,
X easily.
And finish us out, Chad.
I started it with X.
Oh, okay. Our second sweep of the night. 2 sweeps in a row. Jesus.
you guys are
This
making
next
time
one-
for that Halloween conversation.
Yeah, well, it had to be said. But Don starts this one off, and this one's gonna be a little tougher, I think. It's number 36 from 2000, The Cell, versus number 11 from 2004, Monster.
This is a little easier than expected. I'm going with Cell. I actually don't really like Monster that much. Again, it's just a performance for me.
Why are these in here? What? Oh, why are these all backwards? Oh, God, I
I
know.
didn't believe that was Charlize Theron. Man, they did great
Yeah.
on her face.
It's a great role. For me, it's just that's all the film is for me. It's just a great role.
But, all right. Felix, is it the Cell or Monster?
I think I had more fun with Cell. And Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, come on, you can't.
Vincent D'Onofrio? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Monster though. Just I thought it was better.
All right. And Harley?
I'm gonna go with Monster.
Yeah, I mean, I watched The Cell for the first time for this bracket. I never even heard of it. And the names in it are fucking incredible. Jennifer Lopez, fucking Vincent D'Onofrio, like, oh my God, it's like so many. And Vince Vaughn in an unprecedented role I never would see him in. Like, he's always been comedy to me. The fact that he's in a serious horror movie is like, what the fuck? Like, it's an interesting concept. I like the concept of like going into the person's mind. Like, I'm a paranormal podcaster, that's my shit. But I watched Monster a long time ago for some other bracket. Oh, I think Monster was on the no, it wasn't the Slash bracket. No, not that high up at least. It was on some other bracket we did. I don't remember what it was, and I also watched it for the Asylum a month or so ago, and I freaking Actually, I didn't watch it even then. I've seen it before. And it's Christina Ricci. I mean, and Charlize Theron does an amazing job as well. If you know the real story, they actually stuck very well close to it. So I love Monster. It's an amazing movie. I gotta go with Monster. But what way do you want to go there, Andrew?
I'm actually going to go with The Cell. It was a movie I avoided for the longest time. I just thought it was going to be some crappy, whatever year, late 90s, early 2000s movie.
2000. Literally 2000.
Yeah, and I just, I wasn't a fan of like a lot of stuff that was coming out at the time. So I just kind of, forget about it. I don't care. Not going to bother. So I finally watched it for the first time a couple of months ago when you sent me this list, and I was honestly really surprised. It was like a fucked up retelling of Silence of the Lambs almost.
In a way. So is it that or Monster?
Oh, The Cell.
It seemed like you were giving like your feet on The Cell, and like I was waiting for you to give your feet on Monster. But
yeah, I don't know. Somebody said it before. Like it was a great role, but I didn't think it was as great of a movie.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. It compares so close to the original story to me. I fucking love it. But that means that, Chad, you are either going to make Cell win or you're going to be making a tie-breaking coin flip.
Well, I watched like a documentary on the real life monster Eileen.
Eileen Wuornos. Yep.
Yeah, and it is truly crazy how much Charlize looks like her a lot of the time.
Exactly. They did such a good job casting her.
Yeah, it's amazing, especially knowing what Charlize normally looks like. She looked like her so much. So just because of that and the performance alone, I'm going with Monster.
Which means, wait a minute. Who did I put a... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Monster's already winning. I'm fucking out of my mind. Monster does win that. It would have been a tiebreaker either way. But the next matchup is going to get started off by Felix. And it's number 35 ranked Tenebrae from 1982.
Tenebrae.
Or number 10 ranked from the oldest movie on this list, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
This is one where I hadn't seen either of them, to be honest with you. I'm going to have to go with this one just because of the poster alone. Looks fun.
You would be a little bit wrong, but okay.
I haven't seen either of them, though. So,
Harley, which way you want to go?
I'm going with this one also.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, Tenebrae, I literally wrote my review. It's a giallo film, all right? Weird music during kills and beautiful boobs. Storyline was okay, but not great. A classic giallo film. But The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, one, it's silent. Just saying. It's silent. And I mean, it's literally 100 years old. It's literally 104 years old at this point. It's a decent movie, but it's hard to even see it because the picture is so distorted on what I watched it on. And there was no, they just can't fucking, it's so old they can't fucking make it better. So I gotta go with Tenebrae because at least it was watchable. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari was But which way you want to go, Andrew?
Cabinet of Dr. Caligari it's very very cool looking to look at. But it's so slow, and not having any kind of music kind of handicaps it a little bit because it just helps the movie drag. Although I will say, going back to your Rob Zombie thing earlier, that it did inspire his music video. I want to say it was Living Dead Girl, which was a really cool video.
Oh, that Living Dead Girl was in our Halloween songs bracket on Monaco Music Musings.
But that said, like, while it's, a beautiful movie to look at, so is Tenebrae, and Tenebrae also has fantastic soundtrack, boobs, and just
boobs.
that bright, vibrant Argento color.
Yep, I agree. And it's Argento, so. But you gonna go Tenebrae then?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, with the couple of Argento flicks we had on here, like we still didn't even put like Phenomena on here, which is one of my all-time favorites.
I did not. And is that a serial killer movie? I don't think I've ever seen it. But
It's on the borderline.
all right, I guarantee. I guarantee.
If
I
we do a
guarantee
giallo one, it's on that bracket for sure. But it's
All right,
kind of on the borderline-ish.
I was gonna say it's probably on the giallo bracket or on the slasher bracket, because the slasher bracket is 900 plus movies, and we've only done the first 34 of it. So yeah,
Jeez.
it's a lot. There's a lot of slasher movies in existence apparently. But which way do you want to go? Jesus Christ, that was. Oh yeah,
Wait,
Chad. Which way you want to go?
Oh, okay.
Which way you want to go, Chad?
Yeah, so I do like Tenebrae a lot. However, I'm going Caligari because I feel like, as far as I know, it's the first movie with a twist, and I'm a big fan of twist endings. And if this is the first one, and the twist was kind of cool, so and the version that I watched of Caligari, it did have music. Obviously, it may not be the original, with whatever was in the theater at the time or whatever, but it did have music, so it didn't drag in that
It
regard
did.
for me.
It did have music. You're not wrong. I mean, and the version I watched on, whatever I watched it on for free, I'm pretty sure it was. Was that free? I think it was.
It's probably in public domain now because it's over 100 years old or something. But
yeah, all that
I
stuff
mean,
is.
I literally tried to tell my kid. I literally tried to tell my kids, like, I'm watching a movie from 100 years ago, and they didn't give a shit. Like, I'm like, really?
Yeah. So I'm going to give it props for that, being so old, with being the first twist. So Caligari for me.
All right. And that's going to bring it down to Don. Which way you want to go?
Tenebrae is my favorite Argento, and it's in my top 5 favorite films of all time. Easy choice here.
Which means Tenebrae does win, I believe. Let me get back to my computer. Yes, Tenebrae. Oh, actually, no. Actually, no. I already put him down with Caligari. Shit, we're in a tiebreaker situation here, folks. So, since you're the last person to vote there, Don, what do you want to do for Caligari? Heads or tails? Or I mean, I'm sorry for Tenebrae.
Oh, so
the one you picked.
let's go tails.
Flipping. Heads. Which Caligari moves on.
I did not see that coming.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with a coin flip, it's either way. That's why I do it. And I didn't vote for Caligari, so there you go. That's how you know I didn't cheat. But the next matchup, interesting one. It's going to start off with Harley. It's either number 34 from 1972, Hitchcock's Frenzy, or number 9 ranked from 1995, 7.
It has to be 7.
All right, you answered way quicker than I wanted you to. Just saying. Because my phone needs a charge, so I brought it inside. And I gotta look up where the fuck I know these movies from. Like, I gotta look up my list on my computer instead of my phone, so I can see. Oh, there you go. Cool. I guess actually Hitchcock's Frenzy was one of the ones I couldn't watch. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Same.
Like literally anywhere. And I don't know. That's kind of a shame to me because it should be available, I think. But I don't know. I see my reviews in this. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Oh, I watched 7 a while ago, didn't I? Yeah, I watched 7 for another bracket a long time ago, and yeah, 7 was a phenomenal movie. So I gotta give it to 7. I mean, I'm not that big a Hitchcock fan to begin with. I think a lot of the movies he does are just stupid. Like in this day and age, they're stupid. Maybe they were something different in his time, but they're just stupid now. But Andrew, which way you want to go? Frenzy or 7?
I'm gonna go 7 here. Anyone else have a hard time trying to figure out how Paltrow's head in a box with a sad ending? Just me?
Your wife sat in the box. You tell me. I don't know.
I mean, I could see I'd be sad. I mean, Shallow Hal must be like, ooh, a head in a box. I can use this. But I mean, it's a sad ending. I really watched the movie a long time ago. I almost started watching it again, but I'm like, oh no, I've seen this. And with 50 movies, I'm not watching movies I've seen again. I just can't. But which way you want to go, Chad?
I'm a fan of Hitchcock. I like a lot of his movies. Frenzy is fine on his filmography, but to me, 7 is a quintessential serial killer movie. You know, if that's what the bracket is, serial killer, I'm going 7 all day.
I mean, it's Morgan Freeman. How can you go wrong? But, and I mean, Brad Pitt too, I guess. But which way you want to go down?
Yeah, 7 fits the criteria better.
I've never seen Frenzy, so I couldn't tell you. But
I actually really like Frenzy. I like Frenzy, but 7 fits the genre better.
And Harley, I'm sorry, Felix, finish this out.
First of all, a couple things. One, what's in the box? I always have this here sitting in my on my desk. Got this in a subscription box, and I'm going to open the box for you and show you what's in the box. You know, I've never shown anyone what was in the box, but I love 7, man. Even as a teenager, my walls were splattered with posters and pictures from magazines and everything. I ran out of room on my walls, so I started putting posters on the ceiling. My sister worked at a video store, so she would always bring home old posters, and I had a poster of 7 on my ceiling. Time I go to bed, I'd be looking at Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman. I have to go with 7, man. Love that movie. The ending did shock me. And the cameo with what's his name? The killer. At the end, yeah. Also, you know, had me tripping. I'm like, what? So, yeah, have to go 7, man.
Well, that means I get to start the next matchup, and it's a 1974 matchup. It's 2 classics. Number 33 ranked Black Christmas from 1974. Might not be the right picture. I don't know. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's facing number 8 ranked from 1974, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So it's Black Christmas versus Texas Chainsaw Massacre OG versions. And I have to go with Black Christmas because, as my co-host Chance will tell you, I think the 90s remake of TCM is way better than the 70s version.
It's a good argument.
The 70s version, the fact that they literally call the kid in the wheelchair a fucking, oh my god. Limp. Oh, not limp. They call him something in the description, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Oh, Gimp. Yeah, they call him a Gimp. And I'm like, they're going to call this kid a fucking Gimp in the wheelchair? Like, what the fuck? And I don't know. I think I had to watch this for something a long time ago. I forget, some podcast. I forget what it was. But I watched the 90s version by mistake first, and I was so blown away by how good the 90s version was that when Chancey told me, he's like, that's not the right version. I'm like, it's not the guy from Saving Silverman as the sheriff. He's like, no. I'm like, all right. So I watched the 70s version. I was like, this is boring as shit compared to the new one. So I mean, I gotta go with Black Christmas, even though I've never seen it because you can't find it anywhere. You can't find Black Christmas anywhere.
It's on
Okay,
Tubi,
man.
isn't it?
Wait a minute. Okay, let me. Did I watch
There's
that
three
one?
different ones called Black Christmas. So
I know
Yeah,
there's
but is it?
multiple remakes. So
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
thought the
multiple
original was
first-
Tubi.
The
Oh,
first remake
actually,
from the early 2000s was actually kind of decent.
okay. I actually watched Black Christmas. I gave it I literally gave it 2 stars, and I wrote really stupid, boring slasher with no memorable scenes. So I honestly don't like either of these movies, but I'll give it to Black Christmas because I hate Texas Chainsaw Massacre 70s version. But Andrew, which way you want to go?
You know, I do love the original Black Christmas. I double feature it with Silent Night, Deadly Night every Christmas Eve. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the greatest films ever made. It is a 5-star movie. I have to go with it.
And Chad?
I love both of these movies. I think in Black Christmas, those phone calls are some of the creepiest phone calls you'll ever hear.
Agreed.
It's
Agreed.
amazing. And the performances of the girls in those movies, I mean, the movie is awesome. Like, they're really good. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 5 stars. One of my favorite horror movies of all time. I'm going with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I hate the fucking original. I do.
I'll drink
The
to
But,
that.
the dinner table scene is one of the greatest horror scenes of all time to me.
They did better in the 90s.
It's actually 2003.
Oh, whatever.
Jeremy,
So,
when did you see the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Like like back in the day or earlier? Like
a couple months ago.
See, that's why you
Maybe-
don't like it. We watched
maybe a
it
year
as
ago.
kids. We watched it as kids in the 80s, and it was
No,
dirty. It was gritty. It sometimes you thought you were watching, something. It just did something to you watching it back then as a kid. Maybe that's why you don't like it. 'Cause you just recently saw it.
I mean, I think that's why I think it's why my opinions on horror are completely different from most people. Because I didn't
Yeah.
get into horror until I was fucking in my 30s. So it was I mean, yeah, some Friday the 13th, some Chucky movies, whatever. Some movies I watched as a kid, but not many. But what way do you want to go? Oh, Don, you just answered, right?
I haven't gone yet.
Okay, yeah. So Don,
Yeah.
TCM or Black Christmas?
Yeah, I actually don't really like both. I find both of them kind of overrated, and I do actually like the remakes of both better. But I'm still gonna go TCM here. I think that's a better movie.
And Felix?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man, hands down.
Which means TCM does move on, but which way would you have gone, Harley?
I'm gonna have to give it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre just for my friend Amanda.
Well, I'm happy I didn't let a streak happen. But the next matchup gets started off by Andrew, back at the top again. And it's number 32 ranked from 2006, Perfume, The Story of a Murderer. Or number 7 ranked from 1931, M.
I wasn't really particularly big on either of them, but I will say Perfume is way, way better than M. I just could not. M was a chore to get through.
All right. And Chad?
I feel the same as Andrew, but exactly the opposite. I'm going with M because I felt like that Perfume was a chore to get through.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
And Don?
Yeah, the exact same. Oddly, I thought M was a lot faster and a lot easier to get through. Perfume just dragged endlessly.
And Felix?
Both of these were a chore to get. I would have to go with M. M was a little better. Perfume did drag a little.
Harley?
I haven't seen either of these until now, so I guess M because it was better of the two.
I am rightfully pissed the fuck off. Because M was a decent movie. It would have been better if it was English dubbed. Storyline was well done, I thought. And those are the biggest fucking eyes I've ever seen. But like literally, the guy, the fat guy with the creepy eyes, like ugh, like creepy as shit. But I gave Perfume 4.5 stars. I thought it was amazing. Alan Rickman, Dustin Hoffman, like amazing roles. Like I thought Perfume was fucking incredible. I fucking loved it. It was
Right?
so creepy. What? Did somebody say what?
Oh, I just said right.
Oh, right. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Perfume was
I'm agreeing with you.
amazingly done. So many good actors, so many amazing roles. Like Perfume was incredibly done. Like I would have given mine Perfume any day of the week. Like it's just a better movie in my opinion. M was old and creepy, but it was not good. Like Perfume kept me intrigued. It was one of the last movies I watched for this bracket because I kept putting it off. Like, okay, I don't know if I want to watch this, but I didn't even look at the actors. And then once I started watching it, I'm like, is that? It is. I'm like, is that? And I'm like, that's fucking Snape. I'm like, holy shit! Like this movie's amazing. Like the roles were so well played. The main character's role, I never heard of him. He was fucking incredible. Like the whole movie was fucking weird and great. But whatever. And
I think part of what
means
happened too was I saw this this poster that you have up, and I just kept thinking of Joe Pesci after the doorknob in Home Alone.
sure,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
So that might have been what partially ruined it for me.
Possibly. But the next matchup is going to get started off by Chad. And it's number 31 ranked from 1986. Manhunter, the first Hannibal Lecter movie, going against number 6 ranked from 1960, Peeping Tom.
I like Manhunter just fine. I mean, I feel like Anthony Hopkins is a much better Hannibal Lecter.
Obviously.
But Peeping Tom, it's kind of like one of the originals of that style. So I've got to hand it to Peeping Tom.
And Don?
Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of Manhunter. Like was said, I prefer Hopkins. I think his trilogy is a lot more interesting. Yeah, I'm going Peeping Tom. It's one of the first slasher films. It's kind of like one of the granddaddies, or one of the early ones that kind of gets the genre going. I don't think it's great, but yeah, I do prefer it over Manhunter.
And Felix.
Red Dragon was a reboot of
Right,
the
yeah.
remake of Mad Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. So just because I've never seen Peeping Tom, which the way you guys talk about it, I want to check it out. But Manhunter, I thought it was okay. I liked it. Red Dragon was way better, but
Yeah.
I'll go with Manhunter.
All right. And Harley?
I'm going with Peeping Tom.
See, to me, Peeping Tom was a weird ass movie with slow ass pacing. No gore.
It's the
Could be
60s.
more-
You're gonna have to deal with that. It's the
I
60s.
know.
You're just-
I literally said, like, which is.
I don't
I
think
li-
that should be I don't think that should be a count against it. That's just the style at the time.
But I literally said in my fucking review on Letterboxd, which I guess is representative of the release date, but could have been more entertaining, though. But for a 60s movie, not horrible. Manhunter, I forget what I wrote exactly about it, but I fucking love Manhunter. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was very well done. Yes, Anthony Hopkins is obviously better. Who the fuck wouldn't say that? But I even said, I'm kicking myself for not looking at this movie sooner. I think the villain did a great job. I mean, I think the actor set up Anthony Hopkins to play that role. And the jumping through the window, seeing it the climax was a little fucking stupid. But otherwise, I found no flaws with the movie at all. I gotta give one to Manhunter. I fucking loved Manhunter. Like, it was a good movie. Like, I was actually honestly happy I finally watched it. But Andrew, gonna have a tie-breaking coin flip, or are you gonna go Pete and Tom?
First off, I'm going to answer your question. I am that guy that will say Brian Cox was a better Hannibal Lecter. He didn't have the role nearly as long, but there was something unsettling about him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy that I would have invited it into my home,
More
not knowing.
more believable than Anthony Hopkins. I honestly did think that. I just didn't want to say it.
Yes, no, I'm a big Brian Cox Hannibal Lecter guy. Manhunter, I'm going with that. It's one of those rare 5-star films.
I honestly thought it was fucking incredible. Like, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen the whole time. It was just such a fucking good movie.
Everybody kills it. Tom Noonan especially. Jesus Christ, what a movie! Like it kills me that that's not as well known as Silence of the Lambs.
Exactly, but that means, well, Andrew, since you're the last one to go, heads or tails for Manhunter?
I'm gonna go heads for Manhunter.
Flipping, and heads. Manhunter wins.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Well, we'll see. Because next we have our second playing match of the night, and it's gonna be, what the hell? Number 29 ranked Creep from 2014, or number 5 ranked Badlands from 1973. And it's going to get started off by Don.
Ugh, God. I couldn't find Badlands, and I fucking can't stand Creep. I don't know what you want me to do here. I haven't seen one film, and the other one I can't stand.
I bought Badlands on Amazon because of who the cast was.
I haven't seen it, and I can't stand Creep, so I don't know what you want me to do here.
Whichever way you want to go. If you don't like Creep, then go
if you
Badlands.
want me to just do a coin flip.
I mean, I'll tell you, Badlands is Martin Sheen and Sissy Spacek.
I mean, it's got to be better than Creep, so. I don't know what you want me to do here. I haven't seen one, and I can't stand the one that I have seen. So I guess Badlands, just because it's not the one that I saw that I thought was crap.
And Felix?
What was the other one again?
Creep.
Badlands or Creep?
I'll do a Badlands.
And Harley?
I'm going with Badlands.
And I'm going to give that a big fat yup, because Creep wasn't a good movie. I mean, when I read my review of Creep, because I got to assume it's hilarious. But, I mean, the wolf mask, which once again just fucking creeps me up to no end. I mean, it gets to the point of the movie. But I gave it 3.5 stars. I said, really weird movie, but the actors play their roles respectively. Ending was definitely different and enjoyable. It was. But Badlands, I mean, the fact that it was a young Martin Sheen and Sissy Spacek, like, kind of, I don't know, enticed me. And I mean, yeah, I said it's another strange movie, but it seems like Martin Sheen and Sissy Spacek are playing slow special people. The narration is annoying by Martin Sheen, and the character's motivation makes no sense. Like, it literally is like they're special. Like, I can't explain it. I actually have to pick Creep because I can't fucking stand that movie. Badlands is such, like, it's like they're literally special people riding a short bus. Like, oh my god. Their logic makes no sense. Nothing makes sense in that movie. Like, Martin Sheen's narration makes no fucking sense. Like, it just pissed me off. Like, I enjoyed it only because I know the actors and actresses. Other than that, it pissed me off. It's like a wannabe Bonnie and Clyde. But, Andrew, which way you want to go?
See, I was actually able to enjoy Badlands, but Creep. Did we mention that Creep is Creep?
Oh, yeah.
That is by far my favorite found footage flick. Like, I don't
Mhm.
really typically like that genre, but Creep was
Me either.
fucking awesome.
It was so creepy. That wolf mask. That's all I gotta say.
I gotta give it to Creep. Like, I know that I've already probably lost this battle, and I now understand what Red
Yeah,
Fox felt like because I'm coming, Elizabeth.
but yeah, Badlands already moved on, and that means the next matchup's gonna get started by Dawn, and it's gonna be number 5, Badlands from 1973 versus number 30 ranked from 1975, Deep Red.
Deep red. No question here. I've at least seen this one, and yeah, it's one of my favorite Argentos. So, yeah, no questions here. Deep red.
And Felix
Deep red all day.
and Harley.
Deep red.
See, I just looked it up because I didn't remember Deep Red really, but I gave it 2 stars and said it's a boring ass movie, so hard to pay attention to. Like I just couldn't keep my concentration on it. Like it was not a good movie in my opinion. But
Yeah, it depends on what version, what cut you watch too.
well, I mean,
Your point.
I watched
Yeah, it depends on what cut you watch.
whatever's available on Shutter because I have Shutter, so I watched whatever version is available
So
on
that's
Shutter.
the director. I think that's the director's version. Yeah, that makes sense because that's the 2-hour one.
Yeah, I thought it was boring as shit the whole movie. Like I couldn't pay attention to it even. I was like probably doing podcast stuff at the same time, just like here's how I test horror movies. If I can edit a podcast while watching it, it's shit. If I actually stop editing my podcast and shut my computer to watch it, it's a good movie. And I can usually tell like 15 half hour in whether I'm gonna like it or not. So I mean I'll finish it just because I'm gonna finish it, but I mean Deep Red just wasn't good. I mean Badlands was a more entertaining movie. Like I actually enjoyed that movie to some degree, but so I'll go with Badlands. But which way you want to go, Andrew?
Deep red.
And Deep Red. There's a joke here I'm not gonna say. But moves on to the second round. And finish us out here, Chad. Which way would you gone?
Definitely Deep Red. Badlands is boring to me.
I mean they're both boring to me, so fuck. But alright, we're down to the last 4 matches of round 1. And it's gonna get started off by Felix, and is it number 28 ranked? Blood and Black Lace from 1964. Or number 4 ranked, The Night of the Hunter from 1955.
Night of the Hunter.
Interesting. Do I remember Blood and Black Lace? Oh, yeah, I do. I remember it. Basically, fucking Sleepover Massacre Part 4 or 3, or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Half a star. But which way do you want to go, Harley?
The Night of the Hunters.
Yeah, I literally wrote for Blood and Black Lace that I give it half a star and said it's boring as fuck. Not my liking of Giallo movies. But I don't know, it just didn't do anything for me. Like it was just horrible. But The Night of the Hunter was different. I mean, it was. I mean, the storyline these days is relatable, and I actually enjoyed it. So I gotta go Night of the Hunter. Like, I mean, it almost seemed like a Disney movie in a way. Like, rich stepdad's trying to steal the money. Like, wait to run away. Like, it seems like a Disney movie. But I gotta go Night of the Hunter. It was honestly a better movie. But which way do you want to go, Andrew?
Night of the Hunter.
Ooh. And that means Night of the Hunter moves on, but how about you, Chad?
Night of the Hunter.
Ooh. Are we going for another sweep? And Don?
No, we are not. We are going Blood and Black Lace. I fucking love Giallos. They're like my second or third favorite genre in the like my second or third favorite genre. I love Blood and Black Lace. I actually don't even really like Night of the Hunter. I think it's kind of boring.
I thought it was. I mean, I honestly told another podcast that we should do it in a recasting because I kind of would like to see what it was like, what was done like in a modern time, like who would play the roles.
Yeah,
Because it should be a movie that's remade, in my opinion. I mean, it's a pretty good movie. I mean, it's about an evil stepdad who fucking tries to take like the mother's money, but the kids are smarter than him. Like it's a classic Disney setup for like a live action. I'm telling you. But that means the next matchup is going to get started off by Harley, and it is number 27 ranked from 1984, Element of Crime, versus number 3 ranked from 2007, Zodiac.
I'm picking Zodiac.
Okay. And I gotta look at Element of Crime because I don't remember it off the top of my head, even though I know I watched it. Oh. Oh, I kind of do remember this movie to some degree. What did I say about it? Oh. Okay, I gave Element of Crime a half a star. And I literally just said it was a weird movie. I couldn't follow it for a second. But the other one, Zodiac, I saw before. I saw it back in like when it came out in 2007 on Netflix DVD. But I gave it 5 stars. I think it's an amazing movie. And I watched it again. I know I did. Yeah, and it's a really good look. I thought it was a really good look into the police actually looking into Zodiac killings because it's all about the police. I mean, I love Robert Downey Jr. and Jake Gyllenhaal in their roles. And the Zodiac killer saying, like, don't worry, I'll throw your baby out the window before I kill you. It's literally the best line ever in a movie. So I gotta go for Zodiac. I mean, Zodiac was fucking incredible. But Andrew?
To be totally honest, I remember watching Element of Crime and I don't remember a thing about it. I just had to like look up my list and I saw that I only gave it 2 stars, so I wasn't that impressed. But Zodiac, that's a 4-star flick.
Better than I gave it, but okay. Better than I gave Element of Crime at least. But I'm trying to think what the hell it is. Oh yeah, the writer one. Yeah, I remember that shit. But yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you. Zodiac is such a better movie. But which way you want to go, Chad?
I don't think there's a scenario where I would ever really vote for a Lars von Trier film. So I'm going with Zodiac.
Which means Zodiac moves into the next round. And which way did you want to go, Don?
Yeah, not a fan of either, but I think Zodiac is a little better movie, so I'm going with that one.
I love Zodiac. But Felix, finish us out here.
Zodiac was so fucking good, man. I have to go with that.
It was just such a good movie for the time.
It's one of those that if it's on, I'll just stop what I'm doing and just watch it from wherever it's at to the end. Even though
I can't say that, but it's a good movie.
It's about a 4.5 stars for me, which is high for me.
I watched it twice. I can't say I ever would watch it again.
I watched it a lot of times actually.
But the next matchup gets started off by me, and it's number 26 ranked from 1956, The Bad Seed.
Look at that stare.
Versus I know, right?
Sorry.
Versus number 2 ranked, The Silence of the Lambs from 1991.
It's easy.
So should I go ahead and point the elephant in the room here and just say Silence of the Lambs and let's move on?
I agree.
Ditto.
Well, I'm gonna disagree with you. Well, actually, no, I don't think I am. But
if we're trying to conserve time here, I think we should just pull an audible and say that.
Well, let me say this: The Bad Seed. I gave The Bad Seed 4.5 stars, honestly.
Really?
It's not a bad film. I don't think it belongs on the list, and I think Silence of the Lambs does.
I actually said why it's on list of top 50 serial killer movies. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I actually don't mind Bad Seed. I like it as well, but I don't think it belongs on the list. And Silence of the Lambs. Come on.
Same.
I mean, I ate her liver with a glass of
Silence of
Chianti.
the Lambs.
It's one of the best lines ever. So I'll go to Silence of the Lambs, and I'm just gonna stay in this column, in this box for a second here with this choice. But Andrew
4 stars. Going with Silence of the Lambs.
and Chad
Lambs.
and Don
Shouldn't it have been obvious by now?
and Felix
Silence of the Lambs.
and Harley,
Yep.
which means we have our final match of the night to see who Silence of the Lambs will face in the second round, and it's gonna get started off by Andrew. It's number 25 ranked from 1992. Man Bites Dog. And number 1 ranked from 1960, the number 1 ranked movie in the serial killer list, Psycho from 1960.
Well, that's easy because I barely remember Man Bites Dog, but Psycho is a fantastic flick. It gets yearly rotation every Mother's Day. Psycho.
And Chad.
Man Bites Dog is. I enjoyed it. It's fun until it's not. Like at some point in the movie, it's no longer fun. It's kind of makes me sick to my stomach. So, regardless, it's up against Psycho. So, Psycho.
And Don.
Yeah, Man Bites Dog's not bad. It's got its moments, but we're going up against Psycho here, so Psycho.
And Felix.
Just because we're all doing movies here, it's confirmed RDJ is going to be Doctor Doom in the Marvel MCU. I have to go
Ooh.
Psycho.
Nice.
I have to go Psycho all the way.
Which means Psycho will face Silence of the Lambs in the next round.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But Harley, which way you want to go?
Psycho.
And see, I'm going to be different in this one. I hate Psycho. I think it's the worst version of Norman Bates I've ever seen. You want good Norman Bates? Watch Bates Motel. Don't watch Psycho. But
Are you talking about the Bates Motel series or the Bates Motel movie?
series. I never even heard of the movie.
Okay.
The series is fucking incredible, so I will go with that one. And I like Man Bites Dog better than Psycho. I hate Psycho. I literally hate it. But that means that round 1 is officially over at almost 2 hours in. But as always, round 2 and the rest of the rounds will go a lot faster because they always do. But round 2 gets started off by Chad, and I can get rid of me sharing the screen because we see all the shit. So, Chad, is it number 50 Pieces from 1982 or number 23 Frailty from 2001?
I think I might lose this one because of all the love that Pieces got the first time around. But with Frailty being in my daughter's top 5, and I'm a big fan of it myself, I'm going with Frailty.
Frailty got more love than Pieces did, so you can be surprised. But Don, Pieces or Frailty?
Ugh, man, this is tough. I think Frailty is probably the better movie, and it probably even fits the bracket better. So I do like Pieces more, but I think Frailty is kind of more of a bracket kind of a entry. So I'm going with that one.
And Felix?
Pieces all the way, man. I explained why earlier.
And Harley?
Frailty.
And yeah, I'm gonna agree with that because Frailty is a better movie by far. I honestly wish Cloverfish Killer beat it in the first round, but I will go with Frailty. And Andrew finishes out here.
I'm going with the 5-star flick. Pieces.
Which means Frailty wins 4-2.
Bastard! Come on, everybody, sing it with me. Bastard!
Which means the next match will get started off by Don. And it's number 22, Eyes Without a Face from 1960, or number 21, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer from 1986.
I mean, I like Eyes Without a Face more, but again, I think what I said previously stands. I think Henry's probably closer, even though I think it's fucking terrible.
Sure.
I think Henry fits the bracket more, but I do personally I do enjoy Eyes Without a Face more.
And Felix?
It was Eyes Without a Face, and what else?
Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
I'll go with Henry again.
And Harley?
I'm going with Henry.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off at winning just a second. I'm gonna go with Eyes Without a Face because I think it's a better movie by far. But
Yeah,
which way do you want to go, Andrew?
Oh, Henry. We're doing it.
And you are, because Henry does move on, and will face Frailty in the next round. I think to a losing effort, but we'll see. And Chad.
I would go with Eyes Without a Face. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer makes me sick to my stomach. So
I can see that. But that means that Felix could start off the next matchup, and it's number 20, Scream from 1996 versus number 19,
Scream.
I Saw the Devil. I Saw the Devil from 2010.
Scream.
And Harley?
I'm picking Scream.
Yeah, I could have guessed that. Yeah. I'm going to go with I Saw the Devil, because the ending of that movie is so much better than the ending of Scream. I mean, maybe it's because I saw it 20-something years too late, but the ending of Scream is so predictable. Actually, I almost saw it like 30 years too late, but the ending of Scream is so predictable. Which way do you want to go, Andrew?
I'm actually going to go with Scream.
And Chad?
like I said before, I love Scream. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just I don't know about it being in a serial killer bracket, but I love I Saw the Devil as well. I'm going with Scream in this case.
Which means Scream does move on. And how about you, Don?
Yeah, I Saw the Devil actually fits the criteria better.
4-2, Scream moves on. And next up gets started off by Harley, and it's number 44, Serial Mom from 1994, or number 17, The Vanishing from 1988.
I'm going with Serial Mom.
And I'm gonna fucking second that. The Vanishing was not nowhere near as good as Serial Mom. But which way do you want to go there, Andrew?
This is a tough one. I'm going to go Serial Mom on this one, too.
And Chad?
I do not like Serial Mom, so The Vanishing.
And Don?
Yeah, Vanishing.
And finishes out here, Felix.
Really quick, I know we keep saying it doesn't follow serial killer. It's not really a serial killer. But if they kill more than 3 people, that's basically the definition of being a serial killer. So kind of is. I'm just saying. What were the options again?
Serial Mom or The Vanishing?
Vanishing.
Which means we have a coin flip. And Felix, since you're the last person to choose The Vanishing, heads or tails?
Tails.
Flipping. And tails gets it, so Vanishing does move on. Call me surprised. But the next matchup from round 2 gets started off by me. Oh, fucking ironic as hell. And it's number 41, Deranged, Confessions of a Necrophile from 1974, or number 15, Halloween from 1978. And yeah, obviously I'm giving it to Deranged. I might be the only fucking one, but I'm giving it to Deranged. But which way do you want to go there, Andrew?
I'm actually going to go Halloween.
Calling me fucking surprised. And Chad.
Halloween.
And Don.
Deranged.
Ooh. And Felix.
Felix, you're muted.
I'm
Still
like
muted.
Halloween, and then you said my name. I'm like, I said Halloween. What the fuck? And I'm muted. Halloween.
And Harley.
Halloween.
Halloween moves on. It might not make it past the next one, though. I'm just saying. And the last matchup in this side of round 2, number 39 ranked Maniac from 2012, or number 13 ranked Behind the Mask by The Rise of Leslie Vernon from 2006.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And get started off by Andrew.
Yeah. What were the choices? It was Behind the Mask and what?
Maniac.
Yeah, I did really like Maniac a lot, but Behind the Mask is a 5-star flick. We're going with it.
And Chad.
Behind the Mask. Easy.
And Don.
Mask.
And Felix.
Behind the Mask.
Which means Behind the Mask moves on. But Harley, which way would you have gone?
Behind the Mask.
Yeah, and we were first sweep around 2, because I fucking love Behind the Mask. It's better than Maniac by far.
I do love how much love that Behind the Mask is getting. There is a flick I saw a while back that kind of would make a great double feature with that, but I don't know anybody that knows it. If you get a chance, check out Unmasked Part 25.
Are there 24 parts before it?
There are not.
Oh, isn't that it's from like
It's a
a
documentary
Scandinavian?
type?
No, it's a Scandinavian country, right? That's
Yeah.
yeah, it's like Swedish or Danish or
Yeah, some like European.
yeah. I've
Era.
heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a great flick. It just follows around the killer at his day-to-day life. But it pairs up nicely.
That means the other side of round 2 gets started off by Chad. And is it number 37 ranked X from 2022 or number 11 ranked Monster from 2004?
Like I said before, it's Ty West best of the trilogy. I'm going with X.
And Don?
X.
And Felix?
X.
Harley?
X.
Ooh, and X taking a surprise win here for me. I didn't see that coming. I thought Monster would get a little more love. But yeah, I got to throw it to X as well. I love that fucking movie. It was one of the first movies I watched for this bracket. I got to fucking throw my respect to it.
Yeah,
And Andrew?
Ricci was awesome in that.
Oh, always. Oh, Ortega. Shut up. Wednesday. Wednesday was awesome. That's all that matters. But Andrew, is it X or Monster?
Oh yeah. That was the X sign. I had my mouth full when you asked.
I mean, with Ortega, I'd like a mouthful, but you know. And that means X moves on. Another sweep in round 2. But this one gets started off by Don. Is it number 10, the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari from 1920, or number 9, 7 from 1995?
7.
And Felix?
All 7, and we'll watch them fall.
Good song. And Harley?
7.
Yeah, I gotta agree. And making 7 move on. Dr. Caligari can get the fuck out of here. Canterbury should have won that one. But which way you want to go there, Andrew?
Here I come with the shocker. 7.
And Chad?
Get out the brooms. Sweep.
Oh, which means sweep versus sweep in the next round. But we might have another sweep here, but actually, no, we're not gonna have a sweep. I can go fucking tee it. But yeah, Felix starts this one off. Is it number 8, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974, or number 7, M from 1931?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, hands down.
And Harley?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I'm not letting this be a sweep. I'm giving a vote to M. Fuck TCM 74. But Andrew, which way you want to go?
Texas.
And Chad?
TCM.
And Don.
TCM.
Yeah, 5-1. I saw that coming. It might not. It might not be. We'll see. But the next round gets started off by Harley. Is it number 31, Manhunter from 1986, or number 30, Deep Red from 1975?
Manhunter.
And I'm gonna give that a big fat yep, because it's way better than Deep Red. But which way you want to go, Andrew?
I absolutely love Deep Red, but like I said before, Manhunter is a 5-star flick.
And Chad.
I'm going with Deep Red on this one. I like both of these movies pretty well. When I watched Deep Red the first time, I don't know which cut I watched, what y'all were talking about. I don't even remember. It might have been on Shudder as well. But I literally, close to the end of the movie, when they kind of revealed who they thought the killer was, and it was obvious everybody thought that was the killer, I rewound. I stopped, and I was like, am I missing something? It's clearly, like, how can it be this person? They were standing right next to the good guy. It didn't make any sense to me, but in kind of a good way. So I'm going with Deep Red.
And Don.
Deep Red.
Which means, Mr. Felix, you could either make it a
Ma-
tie or go for Manhunter.
Manhunter.
Which means Manhunter will face TCM in the next round.
That's going to be a tough one.
Both of them are
Yep.
5 for you, right?
Damn straight.
And the next, there's only 2 matches left in round 2. The next one gets started off by me. It's number 4, The Night of the Hunter from 1955, or number 3, Zodiac from 2007. I gotta give it to Zodiac. It's a better movie. Blame it on the time, blame it on the year, whatever. But Night of the Hunter is a good movie, but it's not a great movie. Zodiac's a great movie, so I gotta give it to Zodiac. And I love Robert Downey Jr. in that movie. It's like pre-Iron Man by a couple years. Actually, by a year. It's pre-Iron Man by a year, but he already has the fucking role down by that point. But which way you want to go, Andrew?
I'm going to go Zodiac on this one.
And
Just
Chad?
edged out there.
Nothing like some good edging, buddy. But Chad, which way you want to go?
I'm going with Zodiac on this one as well.
Ooh. And Don?
Not a fan of either, but I think I'll go Zodiac.
Which means Zodiac moves on. But Felix, which way would you have gone?
Zodiac all the way, man.
And Harley?
Zodiac.
And Andrew, you get to start off the final matchup in round 2. And it's number 2 ranked Silence of the Lambs from 91 versus number 1 ranked Psycho from 1960.
This is a tough one.
Well, you guys vote the number 1 and number 2 against each other. That's what's going to happen.
It's Silence of the Lambs and Psycho.
Yep.
God, this is tough. I think I'm going to say Psycho on this one.
Ooh, surprised me.
And it's really only because I have to make a choice between the two.
And Chad?
I mean, it's crazy that this is the second round and these 2 movies are up against each other, but this could be the finals typically, almost. It's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Silence of the Lambs. I mean, but they're both awesome.
And Don.
Lambs.
And Felix.
It's Lambs against Texas, right?
Psycho.
First
Psycho.
Psycho.
Ooh. Ooh.
No, Lambs versus Texas going to happen to the semifinals. If they get that far.
This one's a little bit of a stumper for me.
Right?
Lambs. I would have to. Lambs edges out Psycho. I want to say.
And Don.
I just went. I said Psycho. I said Lambs.
It's my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I missed. I heard Felix voice for some reason. I thought it was Chad. So I don't know why. But Harley.
Psycho.
And which brings it down to me.
Do it.
No, because I hate Psycho with a passion. So I will gladly give it to Lambs.
That's what's up.
Hello, Clarice. Like, the lines that haunted my childhood. So, Silence of the Lambs, 100%. It can face Zodiac in the next round. That's going to be a harder matchup for me than this one was. But the quarterfinals get started off by Chad. And it's number 23, Frailty, versus number 21, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Yeah, I've told you about my issues with Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, so I'm definitely going with Frailty here.
And Don?
Frailty.
Felix?
I've been voting Henry this whole time, but I have to go with Frailty on this one.
And Harley?
Henry.
Ooh. Well, Henry gets a vote, but I'm getting it to Frailty. I don't care if it's Michael Rooker. Fucking Frailty is such a better movie. So I'm getting it to Frailty. But Andrew, which way would you have gone?
I've been championing Henry this whole time, but I think Frailty wins this one.
It did, indeed. And they'll be facing, start off by Don, either number 20, Scream from 1996, or number 17, The Vanishing from 1988.
Vanishing.
Ooh. I think you might be a lone man in that one, but we'll see. Felix?
Scream.
And Harley?
Scream.
Yeah, you're not going to be a lone man, because I'm going to give one to The Vanishing as well, because I prefer The Vanishing over Scream any of the week, because Scream is just stupid to me. I mean, once you watch a scary movie, Scream is not scary. It's fucking stupid. But
See, you watched probably Scary Movie before you watch Scream. That's why you feel that way. But what about the ones that watch Scream first?
it's like those who watch Blair Witch first. I don't feel bad for you. It's a horrible movie. But Andrew, Scream or Vanishing is all tied up at the moment.
I got to go with Scream.
And Chad, you can either make Scream win or make a tiebreaker.
I'll make Scream win.
That's what's up.
God damn it. Scream moves on and might be losing the next round. We'll see. We'll see. But the next matchup is going to get started off by Felix. And I don't get started right now for once. It's number 15, Halloween from 1978.
Halloween.
Or number 13, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon from 2006.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's where it gets hard.
Halloween just means
Got
more
you there,
to me.
Felix.
Halloween just means way more to me than Behind the Mask does. Behind the Mask is probably edging out maybe like a better movie, but like I explained, I'm not going to re-say all that. But Halloween means a lot to me, so I would have to go with Halloween.
And Harley?
Halloween.
Yeah, I'm 100% voting for Behind the Mask on this one. Way better, more entertaining movie. I actually rewatched Halloween for this shit, and I regret it. But Andrew, which way you want to go?
I'm even sitting here eating candy corn as we speak. Um, Obviously, I love Halloween. I've been championing it this whole time, but Halloween is also only a 4-star flick. Behind the Mask is a 5.
And Chad?
No matter how it goes, I'm not going to be disappointed either way. Both of these are excellent, excellent films, and they would be fine in the next round. I am going to go with Halloween just because, I guess, nostalgia. You know, it's a classic. I love Behind the Mask, but in this case, my vote goes to Halloween.
And Don, you gonna tie it up, or are you gonna
Yes, I
give
am.
it to
I
Halloween?
think I actually think Beyond the Mask fits this bracket better than Halloween does.
It definitely does.
Michael Myers kills more than 3 people, though. So he's
But,
That
yes,
doesn't mean-
but
serial killer.
he kills people because they're there. A serial killer kills people because he needs to kill.
Yeah. Behind the Mask fits this bracket better.
But Don, since you're the last one to choose Behind the Mask, heads or tails for it?
Heads.
Flipping. Heads wins it. So Behind the Mask does move on.
I can't.
And we'll see Behind the Mask in 2 rounds when it gets to the finals for the bottom half. But the other side of round 2 gets started off by Harley. It's number 37, X from 2022, or number 9, 7 from 1995.
7.
And I actually have to go with X. I think X was a better movie. The crocodiles fucking added a lot to me, and it's porn. It's fucking a porn movie, basically. Like, seeing different women fuck is part of why I exist on this earth, I think. So, you know, I gotta go with what I was bred and born for. So, well, not really bred, but, you know, inserted from a lab. But either way. Andrew, which way you want to go?
I'm going X. Easy decision for me.
It really is. And Chad?
I'm telling you, 7 is a quintessential serial killer movie. I'm going with 7.
And Don?
7 fits the bracket better. I love X, but 7 fits the bracket.
And Harley? I'm sorry, Felix.
7.
Which means 7 does move on. I'm not disappointed. I'm just disappointed. And that means I start off the next matchup to see what 7's facing in the next round. And oh, look at me. It's gonna be number 8 ranked, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 74 versus number 31, Manhunter from 1986. And I'm giving it to Manhunter 100% because fuck 74 TCM. Give me 03 TCM. Way better. But Andrew, which way you want to go?
Jesus Christ, this one's hard.
And just so everybody knows, whoever wins this will be facing what the hell? Will be facing 7. So it's only gonna get harder. Just like an X.
Yeah, no, X did make everything harder. God, this is the toughest one.
So far.
But you know, I think I'm gonna go with. All right, I'm gonna go with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Final answer.
And Chad.
This is easy. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And Don.
TCM.
And Felix.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Which means TCM unfortunately moves on, even though it's a shittier version. I don't need to see Leatherface dance with a chainsaw at the end of it. I'm just saying. But
hey, it's a Thanksgiving tradition in my house.
I'm sure it is. But Harley. Which way would you have gone?
Just Chainsaw Massacre.
God damn it. Which means the final match of round 2, I'm sorry, in the quarterfinals, gets started off by Andrew, and it's number 3, Zodiac from 2007, or number 2, Silence of the Lambs from 1991.
What was it?
Zodiac or Silence of the Lambs?
We're gonna go silence on this one.
And Chad.
Silence of the Lambs.
And Don.
Lambs.
And Felix.
X.
Not one of the movies.
What are the movies?
Still
Silence.
wins.
I have to go with
Zodiac.
Zodiac. I think I like them both. I know it's Lambs and Zodiac. I'm just kidding. But I like I say, if Zodiac's on, I'll stop what I'm doing and watch it. I think it's a better movie overall.
And Harley?
Silence of the Lambs.
Damn it. I'm going to give it to Zodiac. I think Zodiac's a way better movie. But personally. Because Buffalo Bill creeps me the fuck out. I'm not going to lie. Buffalo Bill creeps me out to no degree. But that means
If you think about it, both of those movies are really dialogue based.
They are.
I just Zodiac. It just had me more.
It did. I agree. But that means that the next matchup gets started off by Chad, and we're going to start off the semifinals here. It's going to be number 23, Frailty, versus number 20, Scream.
So, like Felix was saying, if you kill 3 or more people, it's a serial killer.
Serial killer.
Yeah, I understand that about Scream. It's one of my favorite movies. But to me, Scream is more of a slasher flick.
Yeah, I know.
I don't necessarily think serial killer. I think slasher.
Definition of serial killer is you kill more than 3 people. They kill more than
get
3
it.
people.
I get it.
Not saying, but I'm saying.
I'm going to go with Frailty on this.
Over Scream?
I love Scream. I just
Definitely.
I don't think of serial killer when I think of Scream. I just don't. How many people die in Scream, and who does the killing? Because if Billy only kills 2 and Stu only kills 2,
I was waiting for that. I'm not lying. I was waiting for that.
Roll.
Just for you, I'm going to go back and watch it again and do the count.
Yeah.
I'll text you
Frailty's
later.
my pick.
Yeah, since he's not here, I think I'll just go ahead and say I choose Frailty as well.
Okay. And Felix?
Definition of serial killer is killing more than 3 or more people. I have to go with Scream because they killed way more than that. So.
And
Better movie too overall.
I don't know about that, but how about you, Harley?
I'm going with Scream. That's a known right there.
Yeah, I'm going with Frailty. But which way do you want to go there, Andrew?
Frailty's amazing, but Scream beats it.
All right, which means I'm going to do a coin toss for this one. And the coin toss, since you picked Scream, which way are you going to go?
We'll do Tails Scream.
And Tails actually wins it. God damn it. I couldn't have.
Scream goes on.
But which way do you want to go there, Don? Is it 7 from 1995 at 9, or number 8, Texas Chainsaw from Massacre from 1974?
7. Felix?
7.
And yeah, Felix, 7.
Early pick 7.
Oof. I mean, obviously I picked 7.
All right, Andrew.
But Andrew, which way you want to go?
I didn't hear the choices.
7 or
Texas
TCM?
Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, And I heard a lot of 7 there. Really? Texas Chainsaw is a 5-star movie.
7 fits the bracket better, I think.
Not according to Felix.
I'm gonna allow this. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, but I'm gonna allow it.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm going with 7 as well. Again, it fits the profile. 7.
And Chad.
7.
Oof, which means 7 does make it to the next. Actually, 7. Yeah, okay, 7. Ooh, 7 wins. Jesus Christ, I did not see that coming.
That's what she said. A serial killer is someone who murders 2 or more people over a significant period of time, often in different locations.
And that means we have 2 fouls, folks, before we have the grand finale. And the
was
fouls are going to start off by Felix. Is it number 20, Scream from 1996, or number 9, 7 from 1995?
Oh! I'll go with Scream, but that one was a good one. That's a good. That's good. I can't. Whatever wins is good. I go with Scream though.
And Harley?
I'm going with Scream.
Yeah, I'm going with 7. Scream's shit compared to 7. So I'm going with Scream.
7. He said Scream is shit, so I'm going with Scream.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I said I'm going with 7, so fuck
No,
y'all. I
you
said I'm going with
said
7.
No, you said Scream is shit, so I'm going with Scream. You mean 7.
And Austin, what up, buddy? But which way you gonna go there, Chad? Or actually, I'm sorry, Andrew, I skipped you.
I'm gonna go Scream on this one.
And Chad?
7 fits the profile.
And Don?
7 fits the profile.
And Don, 7 heads or tails?
Heads.
Flipping, please. Oh, tails. Fuck me.
Fuck.
I know, right?
Spawn twice.
Which means Scream moves on, and we'll face the winner of the bottom finals. The bottom finals are going to get started off by Harley. Number 13, Behind the Mask, Rise of Leslie Vernon from 2006. Or number 3, Zodiac from 2007.
Zodiac.
Wait, I thought Silence of the Lambs went through? Am I wrong on that?
You are wrong on that.
Okay.
Silence of the Lambs lost to Zodiac for. Oh, I'm sorry. I fucking copied the wrong one. My bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, Harley, it's Behind the Mask, Rise of Leslie Vernon, or Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, that's what I had anyway. But I have to go for Behind the Mask. But Andrew?
Behind the Mask.
And Chad?
Lambs.
And Don? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Lambs.
And last but not least, Felix.
Lambs.
Ouch.
Which means Lambs will face Scream in the finale. Is it number 20, Scream from 1996, or number 2, Silence of the Lambs from 1991? And it's going to start off by me. Ooh. And it sounds the Lambs for me. It has to be. But, Andrew?
I'm going to go Lambs on this one.
And Chad?
Lambs.
And Don?
Lambs.
Which means Lambs wins first place. But which way would you have gone, Felix?
Lambs and what?
Scream.
Scream.
And Harley?
Scream. But I'm fine with the way it went too.
Which means, folks, that Silence of the Lambs wins the first place. And second place is won by Scream. But that's the finals, folks. We're done with this. And Well, it's that time. We are going to see what the next actual. I've been waiting to watch movies for a long time, so I'm fucking excited for this. We're going to see who the next winner is to see who's going to be a bracket here. And let's spin it.
Come on, Jello.
Oh, come on. Fuck you, come on. So close.
Mine
And
won.
Harley's one, which actually I'm not sad about this. I'm really not.
I'm not either.
It's an interesting genre. But
Yeah.
the next bracket, folks, which is only going to be 34 movies instead of 50, so it should happen a lot sooner. But the next bracket is going to be top 68 hospital/asylum horror movies, part 1. So the lower ranked ones, but still, it's going to be an interesting one, folks. And we'll see what's on that in the next couple months. Probably in like 2 or 3 months at the most. It's not going to be no 5-month delay in that shit. I guarantee it. But where can they find you, Andrew?
Right now, I'm not really doing any podcasting on my own. I'm just kind of popping up for cameos on yours. But as far as social media, everything is Druidus Priest, just as you see it on your screen. Twitter, X, whatever you call it, Facebook, Insta, all that good stuff.
And Chad, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter X NQC Podcast. That's the Not Quite Cool podcast where we talk about pop culture movies. And then our sister podcast on the same feed is Not Quite Darkness, where we review all of the 80s horror movies from the In Search of Darkness documentary series.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh, nice. And where can they find you, Don?
I'll try to keep this brief. My main show is the Horror Countdown podcast. It's basically me and a guest. We pick a topic and do a top 10 list. You can find that pretty much everywhere. You know, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Pretty easy. I do 2 side shows. No More Room in Hell presents Fresh Cuts, which is a weekly look at the biggest horror release, theatrical, streaming, VOD, what have you. It's weekly. We usually pump out an episode a week. And No More Room in Hell presents Creature Comforts, which is a look at monster movies. That is a monthly show. Both of those are found under No More Room in Hell. They're side shows. They're not considered dedicated feeds. So subscribe to No More Room in Hell, and you can find both of those shows. But Horror Countdown has its own separate feed.
Ooh, I got to start guest starring Creature Comfort when you have ones I actually want to watch. But Felix, where can they find you?
My mom's basement.
Not surprising.
Mod Squad Network, YouTube. Check it out. We do movie news there. We do giveaways on Saturdays. And we're actually looking for guests for a certain show, which I'll talk to you guys after this is done.
And Harley, where can they find you?
The Asylum with Harley and Joker and the Mod Squad Network.
And motherfuckers, you know where you can find me. If you don't by now, been 200+ episodes. Fucking shame. But
no,
check
now you know.
Check the outro. It's all there. It's in every episode in the outro. So check that. If you're watching, look at this fucking thing scrolling across your screen the whole time for the last 2 hours and 39 minutes. Holy shit. But yeah,
stop paying attention to it.
Look at that. But until next time, folks, I'll be back this week with regular episodes, but we'll be back with a bracket in 2 months, I'm guessing, but we'll see. Until next time,